We should introduce it. This is a May Movie Mayhem tournament. Oh, and there is a prize at stake, which I'll go get in a little bit.
And by the way, I'm Brandon, one of the co-hosts of the Unoriginals Podcast.
Oh, yeah, everybody go around.
The other person that's going to be helping me out is Jordan. He's the other co-host of the Unoriginals Podcast.
Uh-huh.
The people that have joined us in this call are all people that made suggestions when we were doing our preliminary voting, made comments, and as a treat, we wanted to invite them to the...
See how Eric's screen looks frozen? See that? He just doesn't. He's
sorry.
just not moving. He
He is a robot.
moved. Yeah, he just hasn't moved in 45 seconds.
He doesn't even blink.
He stands perfectly still. Nobody can see him.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, so everybody else that's in here, and we had several other people that weren't able to make it, and we just forgot. But we appreciate everybody's input and getting us to our 32 team bracket.
Yeah, because originally Brandon and I came up with a list. We decided to do 4 categories. It was action, sci-fi, animation, and comedy.
Yep.
And so we did our top 8 of all of those, which was not, and then we let people vote on which anyone's who wanted to replace, and we took everybody's votes. So they changed the list a lot, and then that's how we got to this round of 32. So now we have 16 matchups of the movies that were crowdsourced from the followers.
Yes. Thank you.
Bingo. Did I interrupt you? Sorry.
No. You're good. Well, let's go ahead and kick this puppy off. In the number 1 spot right now, we've got Bloodsport versus Die Hard.
Now this
is watching. If you want to make your comments on the page, then go for it. You can also, in the live chat, make your votes as we're talking about them if you're sticking with us, and we'll rock and roll. And I know Sean went crazy. He went full fucking Rain Man on this, and got some serious notes on Bloodsport.
don't say your answer. Well, yeah. Oh shit! I'll grab mine in a second.
Wow. Mine took me about 30 seconds to do all 16.
I had never seen Bloodsport, so I had to watch and take notes.
Oh, interesting. And what did you? Let me ask. What did you as a first-time viewer? What did you think?
Well, I mean, I had probably seen it, when I was younger, but I really didn't pay attention. But watching it the other night, a lot of big eyes. This shit, you know, a lot of eye fucking. Everybody was eye fucking each other. You know, it was good.
That
was great.
The set of that film was full of cocaine.
Yes.
So yeah,
a lot of Peruvian marching dust.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my conclusion, was just every time they yell cut, everybody just goes over to the lunch table. But instead of a lunch table, it's just a giant line of Coke all the way down. I'm like, okay, start at this end and go to the other end.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the other end, we film your response out of that.
Yeah, next scene, action. You like finish that line and then it's action.
And that's why they're all sweating all the time.
Yeah, it's like you just walked in. What are you sweating for? You just jumping rope in the attic?
I peeled an orange about an hour ago.
Yeah, shit.
Because that's seriously though, JCVD has a issue. We shouldn't make fun of him.
I think the best part about Bloodsport was at the end when they gave out the information that it was based on a true story.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes. Between 1975 and 1980, this dude fought 329 matches.
Damn.
The
guy who JCVD played, or John Claude Van Damme played?
Yes.
Yeah.
His fastest knockout was 0.12 seconds. And his kick was clocked in at 72 miles an hour.
Damn.
Yes.
I don't think I can move any part of my body 72 miles an hour.
No, definitely not.
I don't think I get
Maybe
close.
Falling down, but
I'd have to fall. It had to be a long way.
I was about to say.
Out of a airplane.
Stories.
Yeah. Terminal velocity is what, 127? Yeah, I mean, I can get
Something about there.
That's about it. That's the only way I'm getting anywhere close to that. So the best part, the bone popping out is the best part in mine.
Yes.
Snaps his leg, right?
Yeah, probably. I think what was his name there? Let's see.
The actor.
Yeah,
He's the Asian guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was Liu Kang, or he was in wasn't he Liu Kang from
Mortal Kombat.
yeah, isn't that
I
him?
believe so. But I was talking about Donald Gibb, the guy from Revenge of the Nerds and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
His first fight, that damn hammer fist.
Oh man, I don't remember that.
It was literally his first fight. He takes a couple of good punches and he just hammer fisted dude in the top of the head. Done.
Like Randy Macho Man Savage style, like double axe handle to the top
Yes.
of the head.
Well, single hand. He did it
A
single hand.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Yeah. Brock Smash.
Brock Smash. Brock.
Yeah, exactly. I love.
So how do you compare this to Die Hard?
Oh, that's tough.
Not to
This
me.
is our.
It's not a Christmas movie. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. I mean,
Well, there's a lot of snow.
Tell you what, the only thing that I noticed about Bloodsport that Die Hard may not have had is you got to have one is a montage. Whether it's the pre-fight montage or after he was sad reflection montage when what's his face was put in the hospital. You got to have a montage.
John
Montage?
McClane's montage was when he was climbing through the ducks.
Well, did they play it?
But there wasn't any music, but
Oh,
There's a realization of what it would be like to be a microwave dinner.
music plays in my head every time he's in there.
what
Jingle
song
bells?
plays? Come on down to the coast, have a few drinks, have a good time.
Come on, have a good time. But probably one of the most quoted lines from an action movie. Yippee-ki-yay,
Yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all remember watching on like TNT and stuff when you were a kid?
Yes.
Them replacing it? with,
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Yeah. They would do the dumbest shit. Like, there's one more. It was the yippee-ki-yay. Oh, I think of it. There was some funny ones. What do you say, Mr. Falcon?
Yeah, that's what I've heard on TV before.
There's not even a Mr. Falcon.
That's
in the
pretty
movie.
good.
Beautiful.
That line was so good they brought it back for Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
I know. Oh.
Doesn't get a lot
Talk
of
about unoriginal.
I honestly think that Die Hard with a Vengeance is better than Die Hard 2.
The third
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
Live Free or
Where
Die
they brought
Hard.
back
That was
Hans
the best
Gruber's
one.
brother, Simon.
With
Yeah.
a Vengeance. Is that
Jeremy
with
Irons.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Yes.
Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons played the bomb dude. Yeah, that was a good. That's a good
Yeah.
flick.
That one was pretty good.
I just enjoyed that it had them like running around through the town. It wasn't just centered around one building, like some guys magically hiding from everybody in one building.
Oh, it's like
They're
it's
supposed
like
to
a
have
skyscraper.
studied and understood and been like, okay, we know every aspect of this building and know how to do everything in it. But this one guy manages to get into all these places that we don't know where it is. Like, how does he do this?
Well, he lost his shoes, and
Oh.
he had a tough time.
I can feel that.
He changed colors of his. He changed his into a green shirt at some point. So he supposedly got so dirty. And I like to think that movie takes place in the Family Matters universe. Like, I like to think that the cop.
Yes.
I was going to bring that up in my review of it. I was going to
Oh,
bring
really?
up Carl Winslow. Yeah.
I
Do you
think
think
that's in the Winslow-verse. Die Hard is in the Winslow-verse.
Do you think the kid that he killed was Urkel?
Oh, surely
No,
not.
Urkel was the one that was driving the cab. The limo.
Oh, jeez.
Christmas in Hollands, the song.
Yes.
I genuinely like that song.
Fucking Run DMC.
Yeah. So what else? Anybody else? I'll tell you, I don't like Bruce Willis.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's an unpopular opinion, but he's a tool. So
Yes.
But as an actor,
yeah, no, as a human being, I think as an actor,
no, but he's an ass as a person. But as an actor, he's good.
good is a stretch. When he got creative control, he made Hudson Hawk. So that's not.
Hudson Hawk was phenomenal. What are you saying?
I don't mind Hudson Hawk, but it's not a good movie. Like,
I'll agree.
So
would you like to swing on a star? Carrie Moon. It's terrible.
You should stop right
Isn't-
now.
Sorry.
So I was kind of torn by this one. I chose Die Hard
Uh-huh.
strictly from an acting perspective, but as far as like rewatchable, I've watched Bloodsport for enjoyment more times than I've watched Die Hard.
Okay.
But I would still say Die Hard is a better movie.
That
Plot,
is the exact
acting,
Yeah,
almost
for
word
sure.
for word that I had.
character development, like all of that kind of stuff. I would say that Die Hard's the better movie, but if you made me choose right now which one to watch, it would be Bloodsport because it's more fun.
That's
Yeah.
kind of the question I was going to ask. If they're both on TV right now, which I know nobody watches TV anymore, but used to, you'd pick one. Well, I'd switch back and forth during the commercials, but say they're both on TV right now. Bloodsport, Die Hard. Which one you turning on?
Bloodsport for me.
Bloodsport.
Yeah,
I would
I
do
pick
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Brandon, Die Hard.
I'm Die Hard.
Brady, what'd you say?
I got a real kick out of pudgy Forrest Whitaker in Bloodsport too.
Watching him run.
Yeah, and fall in the water.
Completely forgot about that. Damn, I should rewatch it. I rewatched a lot of them, but I did not rewatch Bloodsport. So I was like, I've seen it a bunch.
They sent the most out of shape FBI agents in the world
Yeah,
to catch possibly the most in shape dude in the world.
it was like off-brand Men in Black.
Yeah,
I thought it was like the guys from in the
Good
Chopper,
job,
Die
director.
Hard.
he's so important. We got to get him back. Let's send some guys that are so incompetent they'll ensure we don't.
Red shirts.
Yeah, seriously.
for real.
Okay, so that was. Oh, we lost one.
Who did we lose?
We just lost somebody.
Brady?
Brady.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why we didn't notice. I got a text from Brady. Gotta vote Die Hard. Hans just really carried that movie. Oh, that's true, man. Alan Rickman in
Yeah.
that movie.
Alan
Yes.
Rickman.
Yep.
It's hard to vote against
Alan
Snake.
Rickman.
I got a question. Which one did he play a better villain in? Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, or Die Hard?
Oh.
That
Yeah.
one's kind of tough.
Right?
I would
I-
have to say Robin Hood because my favorite line is, "It'll hurt more, you
You
twit."
twit. Yeah. And originally, I think that movie was written to where if he was he was gay. Like in the
Yes.
screenwriter wrote it as he was going to be a homosexual, but it was the early '90s, late '80s, whatever, and they were the studio was like, no,
Yeah,
we
we
don't
should
have-
do.
no, you can't have gay people.
Another movie that Alan Rickman was really good in was Sweeney
Cal-
Todd.
Yeah. That's the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweeney
he's-
Todd was really good.
Galaxy Quest, he's on this list again.
Or did you see him in Rasputin? Dark Servant?
I didn't
I
see
didn't.
that.
Yeah, 1996. Rasputin, Dark Servant of Destiny.
Huh.
Who he starred in it as Rasputin?
I believe so, yes.
That's
see
interesting.
here. Actually, yeah, Grigory Rasputin. And it's got Ian McKellen in it.
Sir Ian McKellen.
Yes, Sir Ian McKellen, sorry.
It's okay.
So,
Just don't let it happen again.
I'll tell him. I'll message him. Ian. Okay, no, he's not. He can't hear me.
I think he's going to be joining here in a minute. So just make sure you get it right.
you
Yeah,
got Sir Patrick Stewart coming too?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, all the Sir Ben Kingsley, Sir Paul McCartney, like they're all going to be here.
We'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
If you're going to get any of the sirs, get Elton John.
Well, once we get to it, there's some fun facts about one of the gentlemen from Monty Python and why he didn't want to become knighted. If any of you know that one.
Eric might. He does love Monty Python.
I don't know that trivia.
I don't either. It's a cliffhanger. I'm now mad. I'm going to have to wait.
When we get there,
So let's just to recap. So I'm Die Hard.
Okay.
Jordan, you are Bloodsport.
No,
You're Die Hard. Okay.
yeah,
Brian,
I'm Die Hard.
I'm definitely Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Eric,
I would say Die Hard.
Die Hard. Sean,
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. And Joe,
I'm Die Hard.
Die Hard. And then Brady was Die Hard.
What's the? Is there comments in the or votes in the comments?
Yeah, so Rachanda is Die Hard.
Wait, this is we haven't gone through suffrage, so female votes, don't. I'm kidding. Rachanda, I'm so sorry. Don't kill me. Please.
And she said she was so excited for y'all's debut. You just got subscribed.
So we got Rachanda with Die Hard, Corey Moose, Die Hard, and Damian Roberts. He's going Die Hard as well. So
A lot of Die Hard.
it looks to me like thus far, until we get some more comments going on, it's looking like Die Hard is going to take the win.
Okay, we got Die Hard for the W on number 1.
Sweet. Now
Which I
number
think
2.
that's a better movie. I think the best movie won there. But don't, let's go to go skip across the bracket. Don't go to
so-
match 2. Go to match 9.
Okay. So we're getting some more. I forget we've got the 30-second delay on the chat. So
Okay.
Trey says Die Hard. Rachanda says screw you, Jordan.
I like her.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I deserve that. I deserve that.
And then Jessica, which is my wife's sister, is going Die Hard. So
Okay,
yeah.
so just a bunch more Die Hards.
Smart ladies.
All right. So the next one that we're gonna do is gonna be an animated. We're gonna go Land Before Time versus Toy Story.
Ooh, that's tough.
2 classic childhood animated shows.
And well, I mean, for us, what Toy Story is 97?
94, 95, I think.
No. Google it. Hang on. I got 3 computers here. I'll Google it.
95.
95?
5.
Okay.
And
So, I
Land
mean,
Before Time
yeah,
was,
so I was,
God, that was late 80s.
I think before I was born.
no, Joe.
No,
that's
no, no.
crazy.
88.
You're
88.
44.
Late 80s.
Fuck you.
We've already got a vote for this one for Land Before Time. 2 for Land Before Time. 3 for
Land
Land Before
Before
Jesus.
Time was an
It's so hard
important movie.
to vote against Land Before Time because it's classic, but it's like canon. But I'm doing it anyways because I think Toy Story is better.
Yeah, I agree, hands down. And Toy Story kind of is what paved the way for
Totally.
the new Pixar's and DreamWorks, the 3D animated movies.
Yeah. It
Well,
was revolutionary in 95.
Yeah.
Pixar was started by George Lucas. They started as a team that did the graphics for the Star Wars films, the original trilogy, and then he sold it for I think like 4-point-something billion, and then they turned it into Pixar, which is now that computer graphics company. So he did that too. So, but man, the problem with Land Before Time is it's from a smaller studio that was that was trying to compete with Disney, and they made like All Dogs Go to Heaven. They made Land Before Time. This guy Bluth, I can't remember who animated all this stuff. He actually worked at Disney and then went out on his own. And they made a few other ones. So I mean, he was a real, like not a trendsetter, but he was making different stuff when Land Before Time was. And it's at a little studio like in Ireland or something. Like it's impressive what they did with that. And I don't know. I have so much nostalgia attached to that one. It's hard for me to think about it like objectively.
I agree that it has a lot of nostalgia, but I feel like Toy Story is the better movie, and especially Sid. I love Sid. He's just like a fucking psychopath.
Shit.
Yeah, that kid is. I felt bad for his home life. It made me sad. Like
He's
what-
molested.
Yeah, he's not. I was like, he needs to go. He needs CPS needs to be called.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like,
I think juvenile detention needs to be fucking called.
are y'all familiar with the Pixar theory? Like that they're all connected?
Yeah.
You heard-
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can see the pizza truck in several other movies, like A Bug's Life.
Right.
A101s and all of them too. Like
It's also in Wall-E.
Yep. It's in and then you'll see the number A101 in every Pixar movie because it's the room number of the room at Cal University of California. At Cal for where they all did their animation studies. They all went through this one room at one point. So they always sneak an A101 into all of them.
I didn't know of that one.
I didn't either. Interesting.
Yeah. But the theory is that they're all the movies take place in the same universe.
Yeah.
And that Toy Story is one of the early ones because humans are still around. And then it's the beginning of the inanimate objects becoming animate. And like Cars takes place later. Wall-E would be towards the end of the human life. I'll pull it up and I'll read you all like exactly what they say. It's a very interesting fan theory.
I do like that. Yeah,
it's fun.
It gets pretty in depth. I've read a bunch of that, and if you go back and watching some of them, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
There's
scary.
a YouTube channel that I subscribe to called Super Carlin Brothers, and they go super in depth in some of their videos on the Pixar theory. It's pretty fascinating. Like they show
really is.
in which movie what you'll see. Like you'll see, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like in the movie in Monsters or Monsters Inc. You'll see like Andy's backpack or something like that. It's like I don't know if that's quite it, but it's something from Toy Story is like if you pay attention, you'll notice it.
Right.
Kind of like the priest boner in Little Mermaid.
Or the clip of actual pornography in Rescuers. That's the best one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A single frame.
Yeah, like Fight Club style.
There's no way you're ever gonna catch that unless you know you're looking for it.
Right.
Well, no, they couldn't at the time. They couldn't catch. Nobody had the technology to like slow it down and catch it like at home. Like unless you had a 35 millimeter reel, like you could do it yourself.
Actually, I got a funny story about that I'll tell real quick because I know we're doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Else. You'll enjoy this, Jordan.
Yeah.
But I like watching Fight Club. I never caught Pitt like flashing in and out. And my brother called me one night stoned. And
Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck. He was stoned one night and he called me and he was like, dude, you got to turn on Fight Club. And he said, he was like, back in the world when like, DVDs weren't obsolete. And he was fast forward to this scene at this time. And it was the one in the hospital. And, sure as shit, once you're looking for it, you see him every time.
I caught it on my first trip through the little one. It's like, was Brad Pitt just there? Like it wasn't long enough. You're just like, thought Brad Pitt just popped in there for a second.
Hey Jordan, real quick, can you get Brady? I sent him the invite, but he needs to have you
approved.
Yes, sir.
Let's make him do the truffle shuffle to get back in, like in Goonies.
Do it, Chunk.
Isn't he your DM? I mean, think that through.
Good point. It's a good point.
He's gonna fuck you up.
We love Brady.
Yeah. And you don't want to fuck with the DM.
Hey, don't do the truffle shuffle, Brady. We don't want you to.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for finally letting me back into the group.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you text me and tell me?
I sent you multiple text messages, and you ignored all of them.
No, I got the Die Hard ones, but I didn't. Oh, I did the one that says need password or send invite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did get that.
If you don't fare too well in this campaign, you'll know why.
Yeah. If you die.
Yeah, last time I wasn't there, and
I kept you alive.
I genuinely thought my own team tied me to that tree. Like when they told me what happened, I was like, "Y'all did that, didn't you? Y'all tied me to a tree and left me there." So I asked my first question to Brandon when I found out that I'd been, because I couldn't play last week, and or I guess earlier this week, and I called Brandon. I was like, "Hey, what's happening with my guy?" And he's like, "Oh, he's gagged and tied to a tree." I was like, "Y'all did that?"
Oh, good news.
Yeah,
I genuinely thought my own team was like, let's just bind him to a tree.
Well, I mean, you had mentioned that you wanted ass rape involved somewhere in the in the storyline.
That's my character flaw.
Okay? Careful what you wish for.
A little butt play.
Yeah, my
just the first knuckle.
The third knuckle.
Oh shit!
I was following on Facebook. I feel like I missed a good solid something.
Is that good enough for 3 knuckles?
No. It's I was letter kidding.
I think he's going all the way in.
But
There's no.
but
There's
it's to do one finger
no.
or you 3 fingers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going at it like this.
I don't do it myself, so I can't see.
Now,
I don't
this
know what's
really
happening right there.
I'm excited about this. Let's kick it back to Land Before Time and Toy Story. So
Yeah. We
Yeah.
digress.
Wait, is there no anal? Is there no butt plate? No, there's none in there. Okay, yeah. Toy Story
I mean-
Land Before Time.
You have Mr.
That's probably what happened to Sid. It was just off camera.
Those toys saw Andy jacking it
Into
a
his
lot.
butt.
Like as that story progresses, if you think about it, like he became a teenager and his toys were all like just.
they've seen it in that room.
I'm just saying, Mr. Potato Head constantly shows eyes and hats and all sorts of stuff up his butt. Like
Yeah.
that's where he keeps everything. So
There's your butt play.
Do you think they're friends with Andy's mom's toys?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. But those could be alive too.
Right?
If the
Wow.
rabbit could talk.
Yeah, right.
They're
I
still
know
getting-
some women who would claim that they are alive.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, let's get some voting done.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Let's go. I think I'm gonna go Toy Story.
Let's.
I
Okay.
can't-
Let me get my pluma. Okay, Brandon, your Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story for me.
Let's go,
I'd,
Eric.
I'd have to go Toy Story.
Okay.
Yeah. George,
Brian?
where do you go?
Toy Story.
Toy Story. Sean.
I gotta be different. I gotta say Land Before Time.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Just because every time I hear that movie's name, I think about how
I cried.
the little girl who played Ducky, her father fucking killed her.
What?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
True. Yeah. The father killed the little girl and her mother too, right? I think. Yeah, killed the mother and the daughter.
Was it Chris Benoit?
No,
He
he had a son.
Sorry.
No, it was John Bonet.
Oh. Okay, we gotta.
Oh,
Oh, there's not gonna be
Carol
episode 2,
fucking
guys.
Baskins.
Thanks for coming to
Everybody-
the Unoriginals. It's probably the last episode.
Better to go out with a bang than fizzle.
Okay,
Yes.
so wait, I wanted to hear. So late, how much later after the movie? Like it was a double homicide.
I can pull it up real quick. Hold on.
I don't need all the details. Keep it G-rated or PG-13.
Which character was Ducky?
She was the little yellow.
Platypus looking one.
Yeah,
Wasn't that Petrie?
the duckbill.
No,
No,
Petrie
no,
was a
that's
pterodactyl.
it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I'm with you.
And then you had Spike was the he wasn't a Stegosaurus. What was he?
He was Triceratops.
Triceratops. He was a
No, that was Sarah. Sarah
That
was
was Sarah.
So I got it pulled up here. Judith Barcy was a childhood actor best known for the voice of Ducky in The Land Before Time.
Uh-huh.
And Anne Marie and All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh,
After years of abuse, Barcy was tragically murdered at the age of 10 by her father on
God.
July 25th, 1988. He shot her while she slept and murdered her mother.
Yeah, that
Well, at least
bums
the
everybody
abuse
out.
ended.
well.
holy crap.
So what happened to him? He went to
Yeah.
he killed himself afterwards.
Now she's gonna get the sympathy vote.
Right.
Toy Story's still better.
She died
Yeah.
3 days before my birthday. That's intense.
Like
88,
before.
that's the year Land Before Time came out, too.
Fuck me, that's brutal. Is that guy? Did he get life, or did he kill himself, or what happened?
I don't see that in here.
Let's get out of here and go find that guy. You want to?
I'm down to go hunting.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so, man, I'm gonna vote.
One of these days would be great.
Yeah.
It was a murder suicide. He killed himself after.
Good. Fuck that guy. I gotta go Toy Story.
Joe, what you got?
Toy Story.
Yep.
And
Forgot you were there.
that's a hard call. Toy Story was really
I mean, I think Toy Story is a better movie.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I gotta vote for Land Before Time.
I enjoy Toy Story for the fact that it was a really turn of the technology, like that really showed what we could do cartoon wise. Pixar, man, those guys are freaking awesome for what they do.
George Lucas.
Let's make every mom have a dump truck ass.
Dude, fucking Elastigirl's thick.
Yeah.
I get
Oh, who's thicker? Fuck what's her face from Lilo and Stitch, the older sister.
Oh no, Elastigirl all
Donnie,
day.
yeah,
Yeah, she's
the older sister
Dime.
from Lilo and Stitch. She thick.
yeah. That's she seems like she's underage, so I don't comment on
But
that.
I am gonna have to side with Sean on this one. There's some reminiscent sentimentality behind Land Before Time, man. Like that's what I
Yeah.
grew up on. You know?
Yeah,
That's-
same.
Yeah, when I was a kid, dude,
Here,
like,
go
that was my go-to. So
Okay.
LBT,
That and
man.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell could be his best work.
Whoa.
So,
Tombstone, son. On the list.
No,
I'm on
no,
Wyatt
Land
Earp.
Before Time.
that was Kevin Costner.
Oh, that's right. God damn it.
So go ahead and add Ashley. My sister says Land Before Time. Jessica's Land Before Time. Chanda's Land Before Time.
Okay.
What else we got here?
Wow, this one's gonna be close.
Trey is going Toy Story.
Who was it?
Trey,
Okay.
my nephew, and that's where we're sitting at right now.
Toy Story's a tying, or the Toys, or that last vote put Toy Story 1 vote ahead.
What did
you,
Alicia
Trey.
vote for that one?
Oh shit, you're right. Let me text her, see if how she's doing. But I do have it. I did set up a tiebreaker.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even count the two that the people voted on.
The first.
so
They were
we
both
got,
Land Before Time.
Damien says Land Before Time, and Corey says Toy Story. So.
Fucking Corey.
Cancel each other out.
No,
That's
they both
awesome.
said Land Before. No, Corey said Toy Story.
Yeah, Corey said Toy Story, and Damien says Land Before Time.
Okay, so we're still one vote ahead for Toy Story. So you want to call it Toy Story?
Hang on, Pam just joined. Let's see what she says.
Ooh, did you say Pam or Pan?
Oh, Pam and them. Oh, Tracy.
PAMB.
Woo-hoo.
Oh.
Hey, baby, how's it going?
He just says Toy Story.
Okay, so that
Number one
puts it
Toy
out.
Story.
Oh,
Okay, so Toy Story moves on.
she's not getting any tonight. That's what that means.
Oh,
Oh no, that was Tracy, not Pam.
oh,
PAMM. Oh, there's two M's. Oh, that's
Yeah.
why I was confused.
that's
I think I can help clear up this
Yeah.
Pam situation.
Pam situation.
What's it? Lagging? Oh, here real quick.
They're a few minutes
So you
behind.
can look at this
Or they're
guy.
30 seconds behind on the Facebook.
Yeah,
page.
there's about a 30-second delay from what we're doing to what's actually
Technically,
live.
we're from the future.
Wait for him to move his hand.
We are.
Eric hasn't moved. so
Pam
so
goes Toy Story.
Ooh.
That's
Is that
fine.
my Pam? My Pam said Toy Story.
Pamela
PAMM.
says Toy Story.
You're Pam, like you own her or what? What is this about? You're
Yeah,
Pam.
dude, she's gonna get some physical abuse tonight. That's what's gonna go down. Voting against me.
Brady's about to get. He's going to lose his connection here in just a second.
Yeah. Well,
I do not
he's
harm my girlfriend.
He's running out of
Oh, no,
AOL hours.
He's
so-
going to abuse you.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
gonna abuse me.
My money's on Pam all day, for sure.
All
Have a good night.
She's been making me white Russian since I got home, and yeah, I think she's gonna rape me as soon as all of this is over. I think that's where this is headed.
Yeah.
All right, so Toy Story for the win.
For the W. Okay.
Let's say we kick it down to, let's go comedy. We'll go to number
Oh,
8.
one from each category. I like that.
Yeah, we'll do Step Brothers versus Dumb and Dumber.
God, this one was so hard. This was probably the most difficult.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Step Brothers.
Don't
Step Brothers
say-
or
hey,
Dumb and Dumber?
Don't say your answers.
We have-
yet. Don't say your answers.
Oh, literally already done quotes from Step Brothers.
I know.
Yeah, but don't say your answers yet.
Nah.
What?
Yeah.
Tell that guy to. Never mind. Let's talk about our relationship with him. Like because we both grew up. Dumb and Dumber came out when we were young.
Yeah.
Younger.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that when I was like, what year? Somebody tell me what year that came out.
Stand by.
And
I want to say 94.
I'm gonna say 95. I'm gonna say $1, Bob.
I'm gonna say
94.
Oh, nailed it.
I
We
was
also
gonna
we also call
say
him Rain Man
4.5.
sometimes.
I think it's crazy they didn't make the second one until 2014.
I never
And it-
saw that one.
Dumb and Dumber
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Well, they had they had that
just-
middle
I-
one.
Oh yeah, they had when Harry met Lloyd.
Oh,
Dumber and Dumberer.
Terrible.
oh,
Yeah.
Ah, that
they're
movie
all
was
so
awful.
The
terrible.
bus is even shorter than it looks.
My dad's alive.
I'd rather I stuck on you.
Pretty bird.
If it doesn't have Jim and Jeff, then I'm not for it.
Well, even the Dumb and Dumber was still terrible.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think they just tried too hard to stick with the same comedy format and
Well-
basically copy and paste it.
I don't
That-
think
Nobody can
that's the
copy and
problem.
paste Jim
That's
Carrey.
the problem with a lot of comedy remakes is let's go back and hit the highlights of the first movie. Like, no, dude, I want
Yeah, it's
I want
a money-
original.
it's just a money
Yeah.
grab. Like
It's like Super Troopers 2. I was so excited for that.
It was
It
dirt.
was like, oh, I'm watching all the highlight reels of Super Troopers. Awesome.
that's all Club Dread's fault though. That movie was crowdsourced and they paid for it, so that was all their fault. The studio wasn't a money grab from the studio because the studio said we're not making another one. So they crowdsourced Super Troopers 2, and then that's what they did with it. So
That's why it took so long to come out.
Yeah, they literally had to like get on Kickstarter and raise money.
Well, they did Kickstarter at first, and then they didn't meet the goal for Kickstarter, from what I remember, and then they ended up going to Indiegogo.
There's
Yes.
a red flag. That's all the studios turned us down, and then we couldn't raise enough money on Kickstarter, and then we got a little bit on Indiegogo. So we're gonna do this. We think it's a good idea.
Fucking send it.
People are gonna love it.
Just gonna send it. Are you crazy? I'm just gonna send it.
Yup. It's another one of those cases where they fucking slam the table. Let's
But
do
I
it.
think about the sequels about you were talking about earlier. We're going to talk about The Hangover in a second, and
What?
I think that The Hangover would have
The
been
live action? Trash. Sorry.
You're on mic. Okay. I think The Hangover would have been considered like one of the all-time classics of comedy if it weren't for Hangover 2 and 3. Like,
I won't disagree with you.
that 100%. The Hangover
Right.
was still it doesn't really matter what the sequels do. That
It does
original
matter.
Was at the time. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't detract.
it does detract.
At all. No.
I'll
like
tell
all
you.
the
I'll tell
Ocean's
you my
movies.
opinion.
I
No.
can tell you,
Go ahead.
The Hangover is the single funniest movie I've ever watched on a first pass through any movie.
I can't. That's not. But when I think about it now, it's just like Star Wars. I do not watch the first trilogy as much since all this bullshit came out with. I mean, even the prequels, that's okay. I could tolerate. And then the newest ones, it's like, oh, fuck off. Like, I don't even like Star Wars anymore. I don't want to see any of them.
I completely disagree. I don't think the sequels take away or detract from the original at all. At all.
I don't
So-
think they make the movie any worse. I think they think when I reflect on it, I can't help
Let's get back to Step Brothers and Dumb and Dumber, because those other movies
we
were
totally bypassed
Yeah.
the two movies that
but we're talking about
came
sequels.
before.
But
Okay.
that's not what we're talking about. Category is Step Brothers and Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
That one's so hard.
Like I said, Step Brothers, we've already quoted at least twice. Step
Yeah.
Brothers. I know that was right in the prime of where I was able to watch rated R movies and enjoy them. And the comedy, it's Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a better comedy duo other than Jack Black and Kyle Gass?
Did you see Sherlock?
I was about to say, did you see Sherlock? Because that was
I
fucking
did.
horrible.
That
That was
was
fucking horrible.
I was
I like
hoping
how-
that movie was going to be really good.
Land
I
of the
was so
Lost.
excited for it. And everybody told me, dude, don't go watch it. It's terrible. So I went and watched it. And I was like, oh my God, this is fucking terrible. Like, everybody was right.
It was rough.
Yeah,
But
it was not rough's ass, dude. That movie was unwatchable.
But they did hit 2 home runs. I mean, between Talladega Nights and
Sure.
Step Brothers.
Oh, they're a great combo.
those are great.
Blades of Glory.
Oh yeah, Blades of Glory.
Debatable.
I forgot about
Riley
Blades of
wasn't in
Glory.
that.
Is
John
John
C.
C.
Riley's not in.
Yeah,
Blades
that's
of
not
Glory.
He's not in it, but yeah.
But it's
But
no
it's
Anchorman.
good.
Anchorman is my favorite Will Ferrell movie, like for sure.
But
no John C. Reilly.
He has a cameo in that one. I think he's one of the rival. I think he's on the
I think it's the second one.
one of the rival news stations when they have that battle royale in the alley.
Yeah, I think that's the second one when they have the like Tina Fey and Jim Carrey and everybody shows up.
Well, it also happened in the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was John
just-
C. Riley was in the
it
first.
Yeah, but I don't think John
Vince
C.
Vaughn.
Riley was there. It was like
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Because Ben
Yeah.
Stiller was Tejano.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I
Fair
did
enough.
not see that coming.
That's going quick. Brick
You
killed
killed
again.
a guy with a trident.
You should lay low for a while.
Brick, where'd you get that grenade?
Don't know.
Police are probably looking for you.
I love lamp.
Oh,
It was
all
right
right,
before.
so-
Okay, go ahead.
Step Brothers Dumb and Dumber.
Wait,
I think
so-
we kind of beat this one.
We've only talked about Step Brothers. Dumb and Dumber. Jeff Bridges,
Classic.
who is
Classic.
yes,
Turbo X.
Yeah.
yes,
Just a good goofy movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, so here's
it's better than a Goofy movie. That's for
What-
sure.
Just as quotable as Step Brothers if we wanted to go there.
Yeah, if that's like for sure. I watched it yesterday.
Damn.
Like there's so many good quotes in there.
what's crazy is as I got older, the scene that really hits home with me is where the cop pulls him over
Marlon Williams.
and they've got all those beer bottles in the back. And he's like, "Oh, this isn't beer. This isn't beer." And he drinks it. And I'm like,
Grandpa's
"Oh,
old
God."
cough syrup.
Just like, God damn it, dude. That was me at 23 years old. I was trying to convince a cop that's not beer in the back of my car.
See, the scene that really sticks with me now that I'm an adult is when he's sitting on the shitter just blowing it up.
It was poison.
No, my favorite scene is the dead bird and the blind child.
You told Petey?
Bird.
Harry, I took care of it.
I
That's
took
what
care
the
of
hell,
it.
man.
You know, just stuff, some baseball cards, stack of marbles. Petey? Petey?
I mean, that movie even ends on a highlight, man. It was like that tour
Yeah.
bus of those.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Eric
hey,
used to quote that all the time.
we need some boys to oil us up. We're like, oh, you're so fucking lucky. There's a town.
There's a town.
I'm sorry, my friend's a little slow. It's actually back that way.
What have
You
you done?
idiot. So I mean, like, right up to the end, that movie delivered.
All
Yeah.
right, to be honest
All
with
the-
you, Brady, you sold me. I'm gonna have to go Dumb and Dumber.
What? And Dumb and Dumber, I showed to my 7-year-old daughter, and she loved it. I'd explained what X-Lax was, and then she loved
Right. Yeah.
it.
She probably thought that was gross.
Yeah, she laughed, but yeah, she did. She got anxious, like when the toilet didn't work. She was like anxious about the whole situation. She was like, no. And so,
Jingle it harder.
whereas with Step Brothers, you know, they get a lot of their laughs from some abrasive stuff. Not that I'm anti. Obviously, y'all know me. I'm pretty abrasive. Earlier, I think I said women shouldn't vote. I think I said that like 5 minutes ago. So, you know, I think
that
they
wasn't on air. We'll have to edit that in post.
it was. Rashanda told me to screw off or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that says something for it, that you can be that funny and not make it rated R. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's impressive. I think.
Well, I think that was the time too. At that time, that was still risque with what they were doing. But I mean, simpler times, I guess. And then they're starting to push. They were pushing the limits with comedy. I mean, I think Old School was the first one that I
it
heard that
kind of
really-
broke the seal. Yeah.
We're
And
going streaking.
fought to the gymnasium.
Bring your green hat,
Blue.
Snoop and Loop. Bring your green hat.
I had a great time. Frank, I think the whole neighborhood knows you.
Should we go by KFC?
Earmuffs.
You think they're still open?
A little cold out there, huh, Frank?
Yeah. He's like,
Good
So,
time.
obviously we should have put Old School on the list because when
We
it
actually
debates,
had it on the list
yeah,
originally.
we did have it. We did have
It
a
was voted
list.
out.
What beat out Old School?
Oh hell, I think it was Hangover.
Maybe
No.
mine was Step Brothers.
Actually, I think you're right. I think it was Step Brothers.
I'd go
Yeah.
Step Brothers over Old School.
Well, that's the wrong answer.
Are you insane?
When he debates, then he blacks. He's like, "What happened? I blacked out." After
Yeah, I
he
blacked
says that
out.
debate, and Vince Vaughn on the rings, just smoking that cigarette. Like, oh, I love it, dude.
And then I mean the when he's doing the interpretive dance. I mean, it's you can't be that really.
I know. See, the movies where they let him run wild.
That
They
is
let
great.
John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell just run wild. They'll make comedy, but like Sherlock Holmes, they try to make them. They write the script and they're like, stick to it. And it's like,
But let's be honest, Old School, old Blue made that movie.
you're
Yeah.
my boy.
I see Blue. He looks glorious.
So what's everybody's
him
vote?
wrestling with those girls, man. I was like, that's where
Are we
it's
all
at.
gonna
That's
break
where it's
out
at.
into Dust in the Wind? I mean,
I was just thinking that. I close my eyes.
only for a moment.
And then the moment's
gone.
I muted all three of them.
Thank you.
Flash. No.
Just kidding. All right,
great.
they're
Yeah,
unmuted.
in
They're
a strange
unmuted.
way, you have too much power.
I know, really. Yeah,
I
seriously.
disagree with this wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I'm
So-
going Dumb and Dumber for nostalgia purposes.
Dumb and Dumber for sure.
That's three. Joe, Brandon, and Eric.
Dumb and Dumber here.
Four.
Sean.
I'm Dumb and Dumber. That's all me.
Yeah.
Brian.
Step Brothers. I don't
Brian's not with us.
feel like that was
Yeah.
a pretty clear choice there, fellas.
And the answer is Dumb and Dumber. I vote for Dumb and Dumber as well.
And so in the comment threads, we've got Pam is going Step Brothers.
Okay.
Rachanda is going Step Brothers.
Oh,
And let's see, my
Making a
sister
comeback.
this is what happened to let women vote.
says dude. So I don't know what that.
Sorry. What was the the last one?
My sister says dude. So
Oh, that's probably
We're
just a
gonna go with
reference to.
also on the
Hey, no, I'm not. I don't allow that to be counted.
Yeah, we can't
It
count
doesn't
that.
as Dumb and Dumber.
That's an interpretive vote. We can't.
I want to
interpret.
recount. Damn it.
Ask your sister. Ask. Hey, Brandon's sister. Which one? D&D or S&B?
S&B. Sounds like sounds like a domination.
BD
Yeah, I was
or
about to
SM?
say, what did we just turn into? Jordan, if you start taking your clothes off, I'm out of here.
No,
And it,
at least
That was
you're-
actually
Never mind.
I actually had money with Pam on how long it was going to take for Brandon to take his shirt off tonight.
No, he's not doing it. He's not.
I don't
I'm
know about
surprised
that.
that already happened.
Oh,
Maybe not the debut.
yeah.
So
You got to
For-
save the good stuff.
He
Keep
does
them
it-
wanting more, Brandon. Keep them wanting more.
He does it every episode or every time we play D&D. He has his shirt off. Like he just anytime he gets. I mean, if you go to his house, he has his shirt off. He just got his shirt
Yeah,
off.
Brandon doesn't ever have his shirt on when he's indoors.
Yeah,
that's true. I did it for respect tonight.
we appreciate it.
Well, you got to keep them wanting more. I dig it. I dig
haven't
it.
even hit that point.
You should see his fan only OnlyFans account. It's bizarre.
It is.
Pretty greasy.
Has to be. It has to be.
Easy.
Greasy over there, guys.
Did your sister? Did she respond?
She didn't say shit. So
Okay, so-
basically, we'll go with Damien on the on his deal. He says Dumb and Dumber, and Corey says Dumb and Dumber as well. So
So that's 8-4.
Wow.
for
I did not
it's in
see
a-
that coming. I really did not see that coming.
Well,
I thought it would be closer.
I didn't even see it coming. I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart. Didn't even see
Where's
it
the booze?
So the next one we're gonna do sci-fi.
Ooh.
which the first one is a
What?
doozy.
Ooh. Let's see here. Just because I know Jordan's going to have a million things to say about it, we're going to
wait.
go with the 14 seed. We're going to go
Oh,
Starship Troopers.
well, I was
versus
doing 13 seed.
No, not yet.
I know you're going to have a bunch to get to say about both of the other ones.
I really
so-
thought you were going to say 15 seed. I thought that's where we were headed with Jordan having lots to say.
Oh,
So which one are we doing?
We'll announce. We're doing Starship Troopers Empire. Is that what you said? 14?
That's not even
Starship
close.
Troopers. Yeah, Starship Troopers and Empire Strikes Back.
That's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even a fair.
I
We
don't
already
even
had a discussion
Vote
about this.
for Step Brothers, if that helps.
Do what?
We had another vote for Step Brothers.
It's still.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
Game.
I was high, Ricky. I was high.
That doesn't even make sense. You could be third or fourth.
I was high, Ricky. All
All
right.
right. So
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, all day.
End of discussion. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Well,
have
Starship
to
Troopers,
agree.
they got it. Just drew a bad. It drew a bad matchup. Like it's a campy movie, a campy like sci-fi movie. If it
I
was up
feel
against like Galaxy Quest or something,
Dude,
maybe,
exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I feel like Starship should have been put up against Galaxy Quest, but
They
we didn't
never
get to-
never had a chance.
I'm surprised the
That's-
Fifth Element isn't on
that's
this
the way
list.
the cards.
It
Well,
was.
Yeah,
Fifth Element was on the list originally, and then
Yeah.
got moved out.
another great Bruce Willis movie.
yeah,
Chris Rock,
that's
Yeah, I was
his best.
just about
That's
to
probably his
say
best
that.
acting.
Mila Jovovich,
Multipass?
Multipass.
Multipass.
Lilu Dallas.
Did y'all ever see Run Lilu Run or Run?
Oh, Lola Rent? Yeah, man.
Like,
We watched that in German class together.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, I forgot we were even in German class together. I never disrupted that class either. Sorry about that.
No, we had Jordan and the other Jordan and what's his name for that?
I was a
Gabe?
TA
Gabe?
the
Yeah,
TA.
you were the TA. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were the TA for that class. Yeah.
and just actively disrupted it. Like I would staple a test on multiple
remember-
quarters.
So
shit, like-
off topic. Do you remember when the substitute teacher and we brought that giant chocolate bear and we all chewed it up and threw it at the chalkboard?
Oh,
We left it up there for Mr.
terrible.
Ball for Mr. Ball to come back and find.
Oh,
We got
air. So in German,
Hairball.
his
Hairball.
air, yeah, air is sir. So it's his name's Air Hairball. Was his? He was like, don't.
The
Ever
very
joke
first
about
day
it.
of my English class with that guy, we had this guy. I cannot remember his name. His last name was like Gallagher or something. He was an idiot. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm
Big
Mr.
Hammer?
Harry Balls." He goes, "Office." Like we weren't 30
Yeah.
seconds in the class.
He would do that. Yeah, he would just go office to me.
Oh, that was
And I was
Fucking
the
Rudy.
I was
You
the
remember
TA.
Rudy Barger?
Yeah.
He came in like he had to repeat the first German class as soon as Rudy walked into the room. Mr. Ball was like, "Go to the office." Didn't say nothing. Just
He hadn't
walked
even
to
talked
the
yet.
room. They just sent him to the office.
I forgot about Rudy. That poor guy.
well, that was a good story.
Sorry, a little
Well,
inside.
Starship Troopers Empire Strikes Back. What are we going on this one? Are we even going to talk about him, or are we just going to say everybody does our wins?
Empire.
Yeah, Empire.
Empire.
Empire Strikes Back takes the cake on that one.
Yeah. Sorry if y'all voted it in the
like
comments.
Jar Jar Binks is amazing. We all love Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
So clearly, Empire Strikes Back wins.
He is the actual Sith Lord in that one.
Yeah, I was about to say Jar Jar the Sith Lord.
Oh. See how that makes me dislike the earlier ones? Like that's what I'm talking about. All right. So Empire for the W.
Empire for the W.
I'm
We
just
need
curious how many people are
Let's try to
watching
speed
this.
this up a little bit.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we're gonna
curious
skip
how
some-
many
we'll skip
people are
some like
watching this and are like, "What the fuck? Jar Jar was in Strikes Back." What?
Right.
So
Let's go to back to action.
Can I say what I think my closest one is, and see if this is the one you're going to go to next? Because I'm fixing to get off.
Okay.
Top Gun versus Tombstone. That was. I had so much internal
Ooh.
conflict in that. I still don't know if I've gone back and forth on that like 15 times.
Yeah, we can go back before we do that. Let's do that one now if Brian's got to go.
okay.
Because Brady, you know what happens if he doesn't like the maps or he doesn't get, the format.
Right? Yeah. If it's not high
He's
quality.
going to lodge a formal complaint.
He called a city councilman and he's like, my dungeon master makes terrible
You don't have to
maps.
call a city councilman. I am a city councilman, Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So, all right, let's go. Let's
Okay,
break-
Brian, you have the floor. Brian,
Okay.
what do you think?
Man, I gotta say, both of these movies came out, long enough ago where we were watching this, we were watching these movies, and they really, movies made an impact on you. I really like both of them. I think what ultimately helped me decide the winner on this is the genre. But I like both genres too, so it's really difficult. I think you get great performance and great acting out of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
The scenes out of Top Gun were unreal at the time. They actually were able to get in there and do filming in the planes, and at that time, nobody was allowed to open F-16.
The footage of the jets is incredible. Like the footage from and the cockpit footage is awesome too.
Well, and they let Tom Cruise in the cockpits to do that stuff.
In fact,
and that was the first time that it ever happened.
Exactly. For Maverick, the new one, all the actors have to go through like 2 years of G-force training. If they can't handle the G's, they can't be in the movie. Like they had to go through.
Kilmer's out.
Yeah, he's got out. Well, first they told him he had to lose 150 pounds to get into it, and then he got cancer along the way. So Val's out. But his biography came out yesterday called "I'm Your Huckleberry."
Really?
Yeah. So I'm going to read it. It's going to be interesting. But poor Val Kilmer.
I mean, Val Kilmer plays.
He's in both of them.
Both of those. I know.
Yeah.
Absolutely the best Doc Holliday of anyone in that movie. There's so many good back and forth on there. So many good lines, quotes. All of it was so good, and that's why this one was, I think, the hardest one for me to decide.
Yeah,
great movies.
I struggled. All right, let's see. What was y'all's? Which one did you see first? Did everybody see?
Top Gun. Probably.
I saw Top Gun first.
Top Gun.
Probably Top Gun.
Yeah. It came out. I mean, because Top Gun was a part of our childhood, I think, or at least mine.
Absolutely.
Like that was a movie that, not necessarily family friendly, but the sex scenes in that are so weird. That's the only part. That's my only complaint about that. Is like, first of all, Kelly McGinnis is a lesbian, and that's the female in that. Tom Cruise is like 5'4".
She's still hot.
Oh, she's a dime, dude. Like she is smoke show.
Well,
but it's so. You can tell, like, that's not how humans interact. Like, when they're kissing, that first kiss, like, their tongues are out. You're like, what are you doing?
Well, it is Tom Cruise, and I'm not sure he's actually human, so.
So here's my problem.
I'm a Tom Cruise apologist.
For starters, I live in Wichita Falls, so we have an Air Force base here, Shepherd Air Force. So I know what Air Force men are like at the bars, and
they're Navy men in Top Gun.
Well, same difference. They're flight pilots. Fuck off. So the military.
Point of order.
Yeah. Sorry. So, dude, they do a very good job of portraying how those guys act in bars, but also at the same time, I am actually related to Doc Holliday. Like my family did like the whole DNA family ancestry shit. So like,
I need cited references if you're gonna say shit like that.
Yeah, no, okay.
For real?
I'll have my mom get a hold of you and
for
turn
real?
all that into. Yeah, for real. We did ancestry and all that shit. So I'm related to Doc Holliday, and it's like, and that's where when those two showed up, I was like, fuck me, dude. I don't know. Like, do I go with family or do I go with a badass pilot movie? Like,
I'm not a huge fan of Westerns to begin with, but there's one movie, and I literally watched this movie yesterday, was Tombstone. It's brilliant. The cast is awesome.
Sure.
It's got Billy Bob Thornton.
Why is he so fat in that movie? Like,
it was before
only role where he's like gained 50 pounds to be a dealer. I don't understand.
I do have to say, one of the funniest misquotes of all times I had, and I was actually hanging out with Jordan. This was decades ago.
Oh no! I
love that movie. And instead of saying "skin those smoke wagons," I said "smoke those skin wagons." Best misquote.
Sounds like fellatio is what it sounds like.
Well, coming from Brian, it could happen.
So he didn't live it down. We were like, yeah, smoke a skin wagon, I guess. Whatever you want to do, dude.
So, I mean, cast alone, okay, granted, and both movies do have Val Kilmer in it, which is a
and he made big choices in both of them. He made really good choices in, I mean, obviously, that Doc Holliday, that's one of the best pieces of acting I've ever seen.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
the scene where he's sitting in the bed, man. Like this is the one
Yeah.
that really hits
Where
me.
he's
He
dying.
looks down and he goes, "I'll be damned.
Looks at his
My
feet.
boots
Yeah.
are off." And it's like, oh man, like I mean,
He just kind of
that was
giggled. He's like,
Do you,
"I'll be
do you
damned."
think that's what he at that point? That's when he thinks he goes back to what Morgan was saying at the beginning of the movie, and then when he got shot, where he goes, "I'll be damned," and he sees the light that Morgan talks
no.
about.
He lived after that, right? Because he killed Ringo
did.
after that.
He didn't get up and go.
Michael Biehn, by the way. Michael Bihn's on this list 3 times. We have 3 Michael
No,
Biehn.
that was at the very end of the movie when he was in the hospital bed. That was before, or that was after he shot Ringo.
Was it? I thought it was before.
He said,
I
"I'm
thought it
not."
was before, and
I'm
then
not-
he got up and went
Because that's
and
it.
met Ringo. In
No,
the
he was.
That was
he
Charlton
in-
Heston's ranch.
Yeah, that was Charleston Heston's ranch. At the very end of the movie, one of the last scenes in the movie, second to last scene is whenever he's laying in the hospital bed, and then Wyatt Earp comes in, and then he tries to play some cards with him, and then he basically tells Wyatt Earp, "I need you to leave," and then he takes off, and then he goes quietly. Before he goes, he says, "Well, I'll be."
I thought he said when he went to play for Blood with Ringo, he said, "I wasn't quite as sick as I made out to be," and he shot Ringo because Wyatt asked him, "Can I beat him?" You know, he's like, "Can I win?"
No.
He said, "No,
Yeah.
you can't."
Right.
I thought
But
that
at
was,
the very end, when he's laying in the hospital bed, that's when he says what he said, and that's why I was thinking maybe he
Yeah.
saw the light that Morgan refers to.
yeah, I don't know.
I do have a piece of
Bill Paxton.
trivia on that very famous line that he says, "I'll be your Huckleberry."
I'm your
I'm your
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry.
I'm
Yeah,
your huckleberry.
yeah. That's actually a misquote as well. The saying is, "I'll be your hucklebearer." What that refers to is a huckle is that like handle on a casket that you hold.
Like a pallbearer.
Yeah, so he's saying, "I'll be your
I'll
pallbearer."
carry you to your grave.
Yep.
I will be damned. So did he say that in the movie? He changed it, or he
I don't
said-
know. I don't know if that's if I don't know if Doc Holliday actually says Huckleberry or Hucklebearer, like historically. I just know that that's what he was referring to.
That's the title of his biography that came out today, or actually came out yesterday. I'm googling now.
I'm your huckleberry, or I'm
Well,
your
I mean, and that's
I don't know.
So, that's what's so
No, yeah,
fascinating.
it says "I'm Your Huckleberry," a memoir. So I guess he might have. I don't know if it's a change or if he.
But that's what's so fascinating about Tombstone in and of itself is to this day we don't know who actually started the fight in Tombstone. It's a he said situation. So like, were those guys in the right laying down the law on those guys, or were they actually doing what they were supposed to do and they just got open fired on? We don't know. And that's really what's so cool about that movie is that unknown stigma behind it is who was really the right people in that movie.
And
So let's
Doc
take
Holliday,
a vote.
Sorry, Doc
got
Holliday
Peter-
was known as the deadliest one because he was really, really sick, like for the whole second half of his life. So when he knew it was coming down to a fight, he would just draw on him and just like smoke that fool.
Yeah, and that's
He
where
wasn't
we
gonna
don't
fuck
know.
around.
We don't know in that little alleyway, I guess is what they consider it at that time is
The OK
They-
Corral.
Okay, Corral.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
I
they're
think
not
only
sure-
one person
they think,
actually died.
They think
or
Holiday
none.
is the first one who actually fired because
Sounds
he's
like him.
looking for a fight. He was looking for
Well, he just
a way
can't. He
out.
can't physically fight. I mean, he needs to shoot first. Like he's got to get out of there.
Yeah. And so that I don't know. That's always what's fascinated me about that story is
But
We
Top
don't
Gun,
know.
guys, is the other movie that you're comparing this to, and that's the problem.
Which is terrible because Top Gun's going to lose because Tombstone.
Do you want me to tell you why? Top Gun is I don't want to say it's the better film. First of all, Tombstone was directed by Kurt Russell. You know, he got a director that would listen to him because he had troubles with directors in the past. So he pretty much directed it. And the star power of that movie is phenomenal. I mean, Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Bill Paxton, Sam Morgan. Sam, what's his name? The dude from The Big Lebowski.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott
Oh.
from The Big
Yeah.
Lebowski.
Sam who? What?
And then,
Beer.
Billy Bob
and
Thornton.
you know, Billy Bob, and then you know, the guy that
The
plays
banquet beer.
Ike, the guy that played Ike Stanton. Ike,
Yeah.
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang, exactly. He's the bad guy from Avatar. Like he needs to do that Lights Out movie. Was it though that horror movie where he's a blind dude?
Yeah.
I guess that's
Lights
I mean,
Out.
yeah, he's a great. I mean, he's a great character actor. But I mean, Top Gun is. I mean that one really changed the history of cinema. Like think of it since then. It's not like Westerns like went crazy. First of all, the Navy recruiting went up 500% in as far as naval officers to be pilots.
That's
when
phenomenal.
Top
That's
Gun
phenomenal.
came out. 500%. Joe's a Marine, so we're only talking about Air Force and or I guess you were. Or I guess you never stopped. Isn't that what they say?
Well, I grew up on several Air Force bases,
Oh yeah, you were an Army brat.
but I also lived at Camp Pendleton and Fort Bragg for a while.
So as our member of the armed services,
That's
in
Air
this group-
Force brat, not an Army brat.
Sorry. So
My old man doesn't deserve that much credit.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you for your service too, by the way.
do what?
Thank you for your service too, Joe.
Yeah, he was. Oh, never mind. He did. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But Top Gun, man, that movie, you saw Tom Cruise become a movie star. Like you saw Tom Cruise. I know he's nuts. Like I'm aware of that. But in order to be an actor, a good one, I think you have to be. Like there's very few who aren't pretty crazy.
I think Tom Cruise is the craziest best actor though. Like craziest person, best actor.
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, just some people are susceptible to cults. You know, like I don't know if that's his fault. And he's getting
Mel
paid a lot
Gibson
of
was
money.
pretty crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's the chick's name from Parks and Rec? She was in the new Chucky movie.
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
I can't remember her name. She was in the new Chucky movie. She was in Parks and Rec. She was in
Which
the
one?
Legion series.
Which lady off of Parks and Rec?
Talking about the
The black
secretary.
Dawn?
chick. Crazy chick.
Oh,
I mean-
the one that married Chris Pratt.
Yeah, her.
Audrey Plaza.
Yeah, Audrey Plaza. Dude, there is a psycho crazy person who does well at acting. But that was a side note for somebody saying,
Well, I mean, but a lot of actors, it's hard to like Heath Ledger in The Joker. Like it's hard to be a method actor, and then to come out of it. Like, I mean, that is gonna fuck with your psyche. Joe, you're a psychologist. Imagine trying like Daniel Day-Lewis. He in Lincoln. He was only from the beginning of production, not just on set, but from the beginning of production to rap. He was only referred to as Mr. Lincoln. He built his own log cabin by
It's
hand.
in a log cabin, no
No,
electricity.
He built it, didn't just live in it with the tools of the time, and then to snap out of it, like just to go back to being yourself. That's gonna hurt your brain hole. Like that's gonna hurt you. You know, I couldn't do that. Like, I think people going. I think Scientology. I mean, that's fucking terrible. But it's not the craziest thing. You know, like all of them are addicted to one thing or another. And at least if he feels better because he gets all his fucking thetans out, then I don't give a shit. I guess he's clear as fuck, and that's great for him. I guess.
Stevens out all right.
Yeah.
I mean, and Daniel Day-Lewis in and of himself, man, like that is a phenomenal actor. Like you look
Agreed.
at Gangs of New York, even when he was doing that,
Yeah.
he had a hierarchy within the people that he was within. Like when he would do his film or his filming, he would tell them like, "Look, dude, like you can't do this. You can't look at me like this."
Right. Oh yeah, he's specific.
Like
There's
everybody
rules.
has to be in these positions while you're around me because
Yeah.
like I am this person. And and oh my God.
He stays in.
guy.
Yeah, he's a method. He stays in character the whole time. You should see what he did for My Left Foot, which he beat out Tom Cruise for Tom Cruise and Rain Man that year. They're both nominated for Academy Awards, and My Left Foot won. Daniel Day-Lewis won.
Yeah.
But I just think we got to consider Top Gun. I mean, it's Top Gun, and
Well, it was certainly considered, but ultimately, yeah.
Ultimately, let's get down to some voting.
okay, Top Gun.
We're beating a dead horse at this point. So, what you said? Jordan. You're going Top Gun, huh?
Yeah, 3. I'm going to vote for it twice if I can.
No.
You
DP point.
Good
DP
one.
point. Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tombstone, just hands down Tombstone.
Okay.
I gotta go Top Gun.
Nice. Coming in clutch, Eric.
Sean, what do you got?
I'm gonna say Tombstone.
Ooh.
Brian?
By the narrowest of margins, Tombstone.
Yes.
And it's because I think ultimately why I picked that is because I happen to like Westerns a lot. I'm a big Western fan. So
There hasn't been a good one since. It killed the genre.
That's a good one to end on.
That's arguable. That's arguable.
What's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
Western? 310 to Yuma, maybe.
Open Range was great.
Open Range was phenomenal.
Phenomenal's a
Hateful
strong
Eight-
word. It's good.
Joe, what do you got?
Sorry.
You're
I'm
good.
with Brian. It's really, really close, but I'm going Tombstone.
Okay.
And Brady, what'd you say?
Man, it was a really hard decision for me, but I am gonna actually have to go Top Gun.
Nice.
Really?
And Brandon
Oh, I'm Tombstone.
and did Sean? Did you vote?
Yeah, I'm doing Tombstone.
Oh,
We
you
got
asshole. Wait.
on the feed. We got Tracy. She went for Tombstone, and my wife is Tombstone, and that's where we're at on the votes.
It was a good battle though. That was I think the hardest one on the list for me.
It was really fucking hard. It really was because I was like, dude, I got family members in on this shit, and
Just because
but-
we're running low on time, I'll save. I had 3 pages of Top Gun notes that I was going to go to. So, but we're going to have a. Well, never mind. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so we'll put
We
Tombstone
got
down.
well. Also, real quick, we got Colby on the page. He said Tombstone. Corey was Tombstone,
I'm going to break his arm
and
again.
then Damien was Tombstone as well.
Great. So really, super Tombstone now. The answer.
Yeah.
we had 2 votes for Top Gun. Come on now. We
Three.
put up a fight.
So-
3.
Fair to say
Yeah.
Tombstone taking that one. So
Yeah.
let's get us another animated real quick, and we'll
Okay.
try and fire these out a little bit quicker if we can.
We can skip. Well, let's pick a couple. Hey, Brian, are you taking off?
Yeah, I'm gonna take off, man.
Okay, let's knock out some of the ones I think are unanimous or like going to be close. And,
You mean
and I'm gonna have
this
to.
part, or
I'm gonna have
go?
to opt. Do what?
Are you ready for me to get off? Am I good to go?
Oh, leave that shotgun. I forgot you were there.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You may go now.
You may go now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's okay.
All right. See you guys.
Later, Brian.
So let's
Peace.
do. I'm gonna have to bow. I can't even vote on this one because I haven't seen Rockadoodle.
Oh, so good.
I haven't
Great.
seen Rockadoodle either.
Okay, so who has seen Rockadoodle?
I have.
Brandon.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah,
Okay,
I've
y'all
seen it.
3. Okay,
I
I've
don't-
seen Fievel, and it's got a lot of respect.
Yeah, I've seen Fievel. That's the only reason why I went Fievel, because I haven't seen Rockadoodle.
Yeah, I voted. I mean, yeah, that's what I would
No,
say.
I mean I've seen both, and honestly, like just because of again nostalgia, Fievel, man, like
That's my vote.
little kid overcoming cats eating rats, and yeah, dude, Fievel all the way. Especially West, where that dog, you got to give him the lazy
Wily bird.
eye.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And
The Western. There's my Western vote.
There
Fievel
you
goes
go.
West.
So yeah, I mean, Rockadoodle was a great one. I love the soundtrack. I
Yes.
still think I watched it not too long ago. As sad as that may sound, but it was a good movie.
I mean, Rockadoodle did have one of the best quotes ever, which is still something that I somewhat live by to this day, is where there is a will, there is a way, and I will be going that way.
I was like, I don't think he said that first. Yeah. Oh, guess who directed the Fievel? Is that Don Bluth guy I was talking about that did Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven? He directed it.
Since the cartoon schematic of it all makes
And
sense.
it was Spielberg also he produced all of them. So it's the first time that a real actual producer and a real they took it seriously. They took an animated film and made it a quality movie. Like, so that's stands for something. I mean, I don't think you have toys. Everything before that's like, fucking Disney princesses and shit. Snow White. Those are terrible movies.
I mean, beyond claymation, I think the old school version of animated
I was including
series-
claymation.
Well, I mean, but just the detail and the time involved between claymation, animated, and now the digital. I mean, dude, like, just you got to draw each scene as it happens. Like, dude,
Well, not
the
since Toy
time
Story.
invested. Yeah, not since Toy Story, right? So just the time invested in that.
Okay, so
Let's get some voting now.
let's vote. I'm saying Fievel.
Bible.
I love Rockadoodle, not gonna lie, but I do have to say Fievel Goes West is probably one of my favorites. Out of those two, anyways. So I'm gonna have to go Fievel.
Now, for the record, he watched that before we announced we were doing any sort of tournament. He was watching Fievel.
I
So
did.
let's be clear about that. Like, he watched it on his own time. So it wasn't like we had to watch it for the podcast. It was like,
Oh, dude, like
I call him. He's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm watching Fievel Goes West."
my nephews, like when the first time that they were actually able to grasp cartoons, like understand what was going on, I was like, dude, okay, we're sitting down, we're watching Papa Goes West. You got to, man. Like, that's a classic. This is gonna be instilled in you guys.
Yeah, go ahead. Eric or Sean, did you vote?
I'm gonna go with Rockadoodle personally.
Ooh.
I can't vote. I haven't seen either one of them.
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Well, he
You're
was
killing me.
He was
You're killing
activated in
me.
'96.
Sorry.
Dyson came around in '96, and so he wasn't activated until.
So on the page we've got Damien says Fievel, Corey is saying Fievel, and then Colby says Fievel as well.
That's a landslide for Fievel.
That
So
is a landslide.
whoever voted got Rockadoodle on the list and replaced, I think they replaced Coraline, which I had on there. Bummed about that.
Yeah, Fievel would have crushed Coraline anyways.
Coraline's good.
Yeah, I tried to replace Coraline with James and the Giant Peach, and
That was a good movie too.
Fievel still would have crushed James and the Giant Peach. I still would have voted Fievel over that.
Fievel, and maybe win this tournament. It's unstoppable. It's a dark horse.
All right, so that was animated. We're gonna hit. Let's do another action. Let's do
Do the big one.
Rock.
Also, Michael Biehn movie, The Rock.
That is true.
So we got Michael Biehn in Aliens, we got Michael Biehn in The Rock, and we got Michael Biehn in Tombstone. He's awesome.
Yep. So The Rock. I think this will probably. Let's do a quick breeze through on this one. The Rock, brilliant cast. Nicolas Cage.
Sean
Probably
Connery, right?
Sean Connery, Michael Biehn,
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris is the bad guy. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a bad guy.
Ish.
He's a
Ish.
good
Yeah.
bad guy.
He's
Blurs the line.
jaded.
He's a
The-
bad good guy, I would
The
say.
guy that
Misunderstood.
He's very
Wow.
jaded in that movie. He's had enough of the bullshit.
But he doesn't pull the trigger. I mean, he
No.
ultimately.
Well, he can't do it. He's ultimately a good guy. He's just tired of his Marines dying.
Mhm.
And not-
He just
and not
wanted to
getting-
take care of them.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good. That's good writing. Whereas
I
John Wick, they
agree. You may
he
be
took his dog.
swaying me here.
took his dog, which I mean, I'm not. Oh, they killed his dog.
That's with his dog.
Yeah, which is a good, simple. I like that. That's such a simple story, and it's done well, very well.
Well, here's my problem is I feel like The Rock and The Hunt for Red October were the same storyline, just changed the scene. Like, okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, okay, let's re-release this movie, but now we're in a submarine, and
Yeah.
that's my problem with The Rock.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't know. Because that was a Tom Clancy, right? Hunt for
agreed
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I think that's definitely similar elements, but movie-wise, they're two different. I mean, totally different.
So let's do a quick vote. Let's crank this one out. John Wick or The Rock? What do you go with, Jordan?
I'm going The Rock, Michael Bay, man.
Yep. What do you got there, Eric?
I'm gonna go with John Wick.
I gotta go with The Rock.
Yes.
If
Bill,
it was
what you
John,
got?
if it was John Wick 3, it'd be a different story.
What?
13 flashbangs. Don't even start.
we
13
have dogs
flashbangs.
that eat people in John Wick 3.
That was
You
a
can't go
joke,
wrong
right?
with
That's
that.
not a serious statement.
What, the 13 flashbangs?
No, you didn't like it better than the first one, or you did genuinely.
No, the third one was definitely better than the first.
Okay.
But The Rock is better than the first John Wick, I think.
We'll talk about that later. Okay. Antebellum. You think that was the best? Okay. Sorry.
All right. So, Brady, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Wick.
Ooh.
Going with Wick. I'm gonna have to go with The Rock, just because
So in this room, it won.
Sean Connery, Nick Cage, Mike Bean, Ed Harris, all the favorites.
I'm going John Wick.
We actually have no votes because nobody's watching right now.
fine.
But
3-3.
in the comment thread, we've got. Let me see if I can find it. John Wick.
Who's doing it?
John Wick. Damien, Corey, and Colby are all going John Wick.
But they're not here.
They left their full list in the on the Mother Tupper's page.
That's lazy and unsupportive. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Let's. I set up a tiebreaker.
We've only been going for almost 2.5, almost 3 hours. So
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. We can knock out the next one.
We also got Nick. Nick went with The Rock, so we got another one for The Rock.
Okay. I don't. Okay. What do y'all want to do? Just call it John Wick.
Yeah, we'll go John Wick. John Wick will take.
Technically, I have another vote. My dad voted. Hang on.
Oh, what do you do with?
Show you the text. He
Yeah.
went for The Rock.
Says John Wick.
Oh well, my dad voted. He said
I
John Wick.
have a text to prove it. I've cited references, Mr. Doc Holliday's son.
All right, so John Wick takes that one. All right, let's go.
I want it in the notes in the minutes.
Everyone,
that I'm not happy about it. Okay.
Let's go ahead and hit
Noted.
Thank you.
comedy. We'll do Tommy Boy versus Monty Python.
Do what? Did you?
Oh, what'd you vote? What'd you vote for?
What'd you do?
What'd you vote for? What did Pam vote for?
She did John Wick.
Oh, okay.
Bam.
Pam. Well, never mind.
She just came in here. She's like, I just want to let you know I voted Wick.
I heard it. Okay, so what'd you say? Tommy Boy, Monty Python?
Tommy Boy, Monty Python.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's hard.
That's a
I
hard
mean,
one.
if we're blowing
John
through
Holmes.
it, we're not gonna dissect it. Monty
Well, we can a little
Python.
bit.
I want to
I'm
hear.
Monty Python. Man.
I want to hear the little trivia
Oh yeah.
that Sean had for us on this one.
Got my dick
So,
all hard about something. What was it?
so John Cleese,
Yep.
he had been offered to be knighted, I think, 3 times, but every time he told the queen that he's too naughty for a knighthood.
That sounds like something John
From-
Cleese would say.
Yep, from his comedy past and everything, he's too naughty to be knighted.
I think Ricky Gervais has also turned down a knighthood.
Nice. So
Which I
let's,
think- I think that's pretty ballsy. That's pretty.
that's gangster.
Yeah,
Who else?
Saying no to the queen.
I know.
Who else turned down a knighthood?
Ricky Gervais.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he said he is a member of the public, and if he becomes a knight, then he's not of the people anymore. You know, he's like a sir. He's Sir
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais. Can you imagine that?
He's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, I love that show. Do you watch Afterlife? That show is amazing. Watch it on Netflix. This is brought to you by Netflix, by the way.
Someday.
So you voted
Quick
for.
vote.
Okay.
I'm going to go Monty Python, personally.
Monty Python as well.
Monty Python.
Joe, what do you got?
Tommy Boy.
Oh, Tommy Boy too.
Shit.
Jordan?
Again, it's the
Richard, what's
nostalgia
happening?
for me.
Tommy Boy.
Damn it! And then Pam goes Tommy Boy. So
If
Oh
I
my
have
God.
to, I'll find a jack and I'll do fat guy in a little coat. I don't give a shit.
Yes.
Actually,
I wanna
fun
see that, John.
story.
I wanna see that.
Fun story.
Oh,
I went and watched. We went and watched Tommy Boy with Brandon at the Alamo Draft House, and they selected him in the crowd to do fat guy in a little
Shocking.
coat.
Shocking.
And Brandon straight up fucking ripped the goddamn coat.
That's
doing
awesome.
The muzzle flex.
Nice.
Epic.
That's stuff that legends are made of.
Yes,
I
fucking
was-
legend.
I was checking the inline for the specs on the rotary girder. I'm retarded.
I'm retarded.
All right.
All right.
So
My dad was picking me up. He was here 7 years ago, but you didn't call. I did call. Oh yeah, what number did you dial?
5,
5,
7,
7,
niner.
niner.
Did I
Oh,
hear
I'm
a
sorry. You're trailing off. And did I catch a niner in there? Was
Yeah.
it calling from a walkie-talkie?
He
No,
even,
it was
even-
wireless
It was cordless.
or cordless. Yeah.
he
You
even
just
throws
got
the
right,
niner in
baby.
Black Sheep.
Yeah, just a shade under a decade. Way to go. Lots
Yeah,
of people
but-
go to college for 7 years. Yeah,
Called
they're called doctors.
Let's say the average person-
I'll bite your fucking ankles. It's just a mere flesh wound.
The average person uses 10% of your brain, of their brain. How much do you use? 1.5%.
1.5%.
The rest is filled with bong resin and I can't remember what else.
Tommy like wingy.
It doesn't hurt here or here so
Here, it's
much.
right
Right here. No.
Jesus Christ, what happened to your face?
I knew it, Richard. Okay, so what was the
Tommy Boy takes that one.
okay.
Classic. It's another
Man.
classic.
Well, I mean, Monty Python definitely. I mean, that was. It was hard to
Who's
believe.
the lord of that castle? Well, there is no lord.
I told him we've already got one.
We vote every week.
Oh, Eric told me this.
So,
Eric-
so you're the king because some lady in a lake gave you a sword?
A lady in a lake distributing swords. No basis for a government. Eric told me about the when he says your mother was a hamster and your father smelled the elderberries.
Yes.
What did
Oh,
that
yeah.
mean, Eric? What did that
Oh.
mean?
Your mother was a hamster means she was a whore.
Um,
because
and your
they
father
fuck
smells
a
of
lot.
elderberries as an alcoholic.
Yeah, because
Oh,
elderberry
okay.
was a cheap wine.
Oh, okay.
Cheap mead.
So that,
Oh,
I always thought that was just like made up funny words, but I mean,
I did
was-
too.
you
That's
know,
a
but-
dope little frame of reference.
I know, yeah, like that's pretty.
Man,
Cool.
step one, pull the pin.
Oh,
Step
don't
two,
start.
Count to 3.
All right, what's next?
And 4 is one too
Pointy
much.
fangs. He's got big pointy fangs. Sorry.
Are we feasted on oranges,
Okay.
grapefruits,
What's next?
orangutans?
What is the airspeed of of a laden swallow?
We can't
Whoa,
start.
no,
Guys,
African or
Breathe.
European?
it's not a matter
don't
of where
know.
he grips it. It's a simple matter of weight to flight ratio. Okay, seriously, we gotta stop.
Two coconuts that you're banging together.
So we got
See, Patsy, I will avenge you.
safe to say that Tommy Boy wins that one, even though Monty Python is much more quotable.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
As for the list of people that have commented on the group page, we got Monty Python.
I think the only one that could have competed with Tommy Boy would have been Black Sheep.
Oh,
Oof.
Really?
Black
You didn't
Sheep's
like
a
Black
cheap-
Sheep?
Black Sheep's a money grab.
No, I did.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with the money grab, but I thought it was pretty funny.
It would be
Especially
tough
with,
to choose between the two. I think I'd still go
Oh, that's Tommy Boy all day. Yeah, Tommy Boy.
Yeah, so we had Damien says Monty Python, Corey says Tommy Boy, Colby says Tommy Boy.
Wow,
Hey,
that's an upset. I think that's
Yeah, I
surprising.
think Tommy Boy's had it.
Okay, what's next?
All right, let's hit what do we got Shrek and Iron Giant. We'll just burn this one real quick.
Shrek,
Iron Giant.
Giant.
Shrek.
I'm gonna have an unpopular vote on this one, fellas.
Better be
I've
Iron
never
Giant.
seen Iron Giant, so by default, I'm going Shrek.
Oh,
Shrek.
Shrek.
Let's see who's going with Iron Giant.
I'm going Iron Giant.
Jordan
I have a
votes Iron
feeling-
Giant.
I don't really like Shrek, so I had a feeling if I watched Iron Giant, I'd probably go Iron Giant.
I don't
You
really
would-
like you.
Well,
You
I got over
definitely would.
that.
Yeah.
But we got Pam went Shrek as well, so Shrek's gonna take that one.
Do
Hey,
you know
Eric, has
Do you
Hannah
know-
seen Shrek?
the Muffin Man?
Pretty sure.
That lives on Mulberry Lane? The Muffin?
The Muffin Man.
You guys know Shrek was written for Chris Farley originally, right?
Yep.
Hey,
Bum
please
everybody
keep
out.
off of the grass.
Yeah.
Shine your shoes.
Wipe your
Face.
Okay,
Donkey.
so
Go
we said
donkey.
so
You know what
Shrek
else
went
has-
Shrek.
You know what else has layers? Parfaits. Parfaits have layers.
No, I know nobody like parfait. All right.
Next one, Nightmare Before Christmas, Lion King.
Oh, I was okay. Nightmare Before
Is-
Christmas.
Nightmare
This was
Before
probably
Christmas.
the
Nightmare
easiest
Before
for me.
Christmas.
Lion King.
I'm
I don't
gonna
like
go Lion
Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
I don't like the Nightmare Before Christmas. This one was the easiest for me. It's Lion King.
Really?
Lion King sucks.
Yeah, dude. As we do this whole live thing, I have noticed Eric does not move.
I know.
He's
I told you.
very just.
He doesn't eat either. Yeah. There's been a picture of Eric this entire time, just a photo.
He's just,
Yeah,
he's in a still frame. I'm not like. Is he away? Is he here? I don't know.
Is he there?
Screen throws.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I can move.
Oh yeah.
shit. He's got that chameleon bob.
He just that's pretty much.
And then he
It's when
freezes
his
again.
jaw moves is when I
He's
know he's actually talking.
His bird's name's Frodo. He's a Lord of the Rings fanatic. He's like one of those the guys got turned to stone. The trolls.
Trolls?
Like one of those. Yeah, basically one of those.
What do you got, Jordan? What do you got on this one?
Which one?
Nightmare Before Christmas, Lion King.
Nightmare.
Okay,
This is
Eric.
James Earl Jones as the dad is almost as bad as when they took the mask off James Earl Jones in Star Wars and he would turn out to be white.
You the white guy.
I mean,
That was
It's not as bad as that.
that was
James
upsetting.
Earl Jones in Conan was pretty rough too when he turned
Yeah,
into
that
a big snake.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Eric, what do you got on this one?
You said Lion King.
Lion King. Sean.
Lion King.
Joe, we already
Sean.
know you're going Lion King. Brady, you're probably Nightmare.
Nightmare all the way.
I'm going Lion King. Pam is going Lion King.
As long as it's the original, not that live
Yeah.
action crap.
Garbage.
Don't break my
Beyonce's new
streak.
album.
Lion King on Ice.
Don't break my streak. I've won every one so far.
Didn't win, Joe. Well, I guess you did. You might win the trophy.
Debatable.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
next one.
Are you making quesadillas, Joe? I want one.
I'm making pork chops. Y'all want some pork chops?
Brady, you
Kinda
sound
funny,
like
my wife
you
is
sound like you've been
watching the Lion King
drinking.
right now.
We've been
White
at it
Russian.
for like 3 hours. I got it.
I know.
man.
Okay. I carbo loaded before this, so I'm good. No, I'm starving. Let's keep going. All right.
Versus Terminator 2.
What was it?
What was
Oh,
the first one?
Galaxy Quest.
Ooh, Terminator 2. Not even
Terminator
close.
2, yeah.
Terminator 2.
Galaxy
T2.
Quest was a joke.
T2.
Have you guys seen the
Exactly.
newest
That's the
Terminator?
problem.
Great
That's the
joke.
problem is that it is a joke, and it's the campy movie. It's actually the best Star Trek movie ever made. Is Galaxy Quest. I stand by that. Like
Blasphemy.
that's the only good Star Trek movie is and most accurate is Galaxy Quest. Justin Long, Sam Rockwell, Sigourney Weaver, Tim Allen, Tony Shalhoub, Dwight Schrute,
Alan Rickman.
Quite true.
Alan Rickman. Oh, Alan Rickman, Sir Alan Rickman.
Yeah, okay.
I do like the cast, but the movie is crap.
You're crap. All right.
Basic crap.
I'm gonna
The,
have to go.
the Orville is better than Galaxy Quest.
Dude, have
Yes.
y'all seen the Fifth Avenue 5 on HBO? It's like a new Orville. It's actually good. Oh,
No.
it stars
Yeah.
it stars House Hugh Laurie. He's the captain of this cruise ship that's in a space. It's like up, like one of those like just a bunch of fat people like all do yourself. And
I
then
do like
actually
Hugh Laurie.
something actually goes wrong, and like nobody knows how to do shit. Like they're just like idiots. Like it's a cruise ship. Like one person is in charge, and he died. So It's funny
Alright.
stuff.
Sounds excellent.
It is funny as shit. I promise. Okay.
So everybody going Terminator on this one, huh?
yeah, T2.
Yeah.
James
Yeah.
James Cameron. Yeah. That's
I think
all day.
T2 is the best T2. I mean, the best Terminator.
Yeah, it
We did
is.
it.
It really is.
That
We had that
newest one wasn't
conversation.
bad at all. The one that just came out.
I haven't seen it.
It was pretty
It was
good.
good. It was
I haven't-
good, but man.
yeah, in all fairness, I haven't seen that one.
I stopped after
Man,
Yeah, I haven't seen the last like 3 of
there's
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
once
The
Christian
ware-
Bale was there. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
the
gonna do that
warehouse
anymore.
scene, the fucking warehouse scene where he tells him to fucking throw him into the molten.
I watched it
Uh-huh.
last.
The thumbs up.
I watched it
And he
last
fucking
night.
gives a thumbs up. I mean, you can't, dude. Nothing has beat that scene. Like that. That hit some feels, man. It
Yeah.
hit some feels.
Okay,
Yep.
so T2 dominates. Let's
The
go
last
off.
one I
Let's,
saw was with Kristana Loken or whatever her name is, and then I was like, I'm done.
I watched the
Yeah.
Salvation. I watched the one with Christian Bale. I think no, can't even fucking remember. They all suck. All right,
Fuck
let's go
Christian
to
Bale.
Hey, let's go to Office
Excuse
Space.
me?
Grandma's boy.
Excuse me. You're in my lighting.
Dude, that guy was in his lighting. That guy's known to be an asshole. You don't have context on that story. Christian Bale was in the right. I agree with him in that video. Not making not the way went the not that part, but everything else I was on his side. Okay, let's do what did I just say? No,
We're gonna do
Office Space
Grandma's
Grandma's
Boy.
boy. That's a tough one.
No, Grandma's boy.
I'm hands down Grandma's Boy.
I know.
Grandma's boy.
Yes.
Grandma's Boy.
I said Grandma's boy too.
I had to go with Office Space. It gets
Yeah.
better every time I watch it.
Yeah, I
Office Space is good.
Well,
Grandma's
It's
boy.
good.
if you had robot
it's
legs,
so funny.
you'd feel differently.
How did he see
It's a risky
me?
operation, but it'll be worth it.
How did he see me?
All right. Okay, so that's done. Let's go to. You want to go back to?
And Pam did vote for Office Space, and Reese just joined.
call?
Reese, yeah.
Hey,
no, not-
Reese, what's up, man?
Reese is saying Grandma's Boy, no question.
Yeah, I love a pastor that picks a good stoner movie. That's good.
You-
Me and Reese are so much alike, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
We're
except for
same.
he's like good looking and successful and stuff. I'm sorry, Brady. I love you. Don't kill me in Dungeons and Dragons, please. All right. What did you just say, Brandon?
I won't need to kill you. You're already dead.
I mean, you're tied to a
On the
tree, so
inside.
you're at least halfway there.
I think I got out eventually.
So we got another person says Grandma's Boy wins. So I think
Grandma's boy takes it.
Grandma's Boy takes that one.
That's a high score. Pretty sure
Yeah.
Grandma's boy broke.
What's high score?
Yeah, right.
Does that mean did I break it?
I scored. Did I break it? What does that mean?
Yeah, especially with what's her face there that played Velma in the Scooby Doo movies.
Oh yeah.
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 The chick was hot.
Linda
Hey,
Cardellini.
Let's
Yeah.
easy with the objectifying women. You know.
So,
I was
right,
all
here-
talking shit earlier. Sorry.
Hey, at least I let him
still,
vote.
I was about to say, at least I'm letting him vote.
Yeah,
I still think the best
he
scene of that movie, though.
treats objects like people, man.
I still think the best scene in that movie is where he throws a menage of random foods onto a tray,
Yes.
throws it in the oven,
And he
I love
grabs
the
it.
banana.
with his bare hands. And it's like, oh no! That's
I
still the
agree.
best scene.
I agree, Brandon. I lose my shit. I watch that scene over and over and over. It's great.
The lady
So
with the
I-
tackle box of pills is my
That
favorite.
is my life.
No, my favorite's when he's like, I'll smoke it with you, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'll go to the Looney Bin with you. I'll go to the Looney Bin with you. I don't give a fuck.
You can get past or you can get past a dog. Nobody fucks with a lion.
It's the king of the fucking jungle.
Dante.
But I mean, I've had that boss also who's like, I was an eel, and
Hey.
I slithered into the body of a deer, and it's like, where do you get your weight?
I
From
think-
you, Dante. It's like,
I think-
oh, shit.
I think that's the best Happy Madison movie,
Yeah.
and Adam Sandler isn't even in it. I think that makes it better, probably.
I think so.
Okay, so what's next? Are we back to
Yeah,
RoboCop?
definitely
15?
Grandma's Boy takes the win on that one.
Yeah, I already wrote it down.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this one out of the way. RoboCop and Back to the Future.
That wasn't fair. This isn't a fair.
No.
Yeah, this was the
That
That
easiest
one's
one for
not
me.
fair.
I told Jordan this before this.
I didn't pick the bracket.
started.
It was random draw. I didn't do it.
I love RoboCop. I really do. But
I do too.
I mean, Back
I
to
do too.
the Future just kicks RoboCop's ass.
Yeah, it's the greatest movie of all time, hands down.
I don't agree with the greatest movie of all time, but it does
Yeah.
kick RoboCop's ass.
Yes.
Not even close.
Dude,
Back to-
RoboCop, when I was a kid, and like that gun came out of his leg like a cowboy, and then he like it shot in rounds of threes, like it was so. And then he spun it like TJ Laser is the show in that movie. He's always acting like TJ Laser. I mean, I love that movie. When Red Foreman gets his head boiled, he is boiled in acid, and they run him over with a car, and his head just like rolls over it. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, with Back to the Future, dude, what's so cool about it, especially for the first and the second one, is seeing the changes that happen. So, like, Marty goes back in time and he runs over a pine tree.
Right.
So the twin pine
Old man
malls
Peabody's.
so the twin
Yeah.
pine malls becomes the lone pine malls. And so, like,
And
shit like that, man.
Peabody was a reference to Mr. Peabody, like Peabody and Sherman, the old show from Rocky and Bullwinkle that we got in the Wayback Machine. So that's a reference to another time travel cartoon, Mr. Old Man Peabody's. That's whose trees you ran over.
So Reese in the comments says, you know what else wasn't fair? A hockey match between the United States and the USSR, but we showed up and kicked ass anyways.
Sure did.
Damn Skippy.
It's fair. That's a
Miracle.
not fair, but
It's a good
fair.
movie. It's a good movie.
That is a really good movie. I
Rocky
cried
Five.
in that movie.
I like
I'm not gonna
Did you
lie.
see Mystery Alaska? Speaking of hockey movies.
No.
Good.
No.
I haven't either. Let's not talk about
We're
it.
gonna
Has anybody seen The Goon? Speaking of hockey
Yeah.
movies?
Oh, yeah. But we can't. We don't have time.
Fuck it.
We're
All
gonna
right.
refer to our resident Yankee. John, what do you got?
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go
geez.
back. I gotta go Back to the
Oh,
Future. I'm a big
jeez.
Back to the Future fan. Like I got Doc
Oh,
with me.
jeez.
You know, a little Funko Doc.
Jeez.
I got the poster in the wall behind me.
Yep. So, do we just go ahead and say, because Reese is saying Back to the Future, let me check
Yeah.
the comments.
Just
real
check
fast.
it. It's
Back to the Future wins.
It's Back to the Future.
All right, I'm pretty sure Back to the Future is going to crush it.
Tamina says Back to the Future.
Next, we got Damien. Damien says RoboCop.
Well, he's wrong. Let's
Then we
keep
got
going.
Back to the Future, Back to the Future. All right.
Landslide.
looks-
Heck, another one I'm surprised wasn't on the list was Judge Dredd or Demolition Man.
it was okay.
We wanted Rocky for our Stallone movie. That's what we thought
Sean-
wanted on the list.
Sean, I feel like you have a hard on for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's Rick.
No.
He's not in. He,
Not so much.
Yeah, he
The
wasn't
only Jean-Claude Van Damme movie I really liked was
Universal
Soldier.
Soldier.
yeah,
Street
Fighter.
Yeah. Okay.
Street Fighter.
You know what?
Street Fighter
we just
was
became
okay.
best friends.
It sucked.
We
They
just
all
became
suck.
best friends.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, next one. We'll hit. Oh shit! What do we got left?
Alien in the Matrix.
Oh. Alien versus the Matrix.
Wait.
Ah.
So this is another Michael Biehn movie. So this is
It
our
is.
third. It's our third Michael Biehn movie.
Another Bill Paxton.
Yep. Two.
Bill
We have-
Where he dies in most of his movies.
Keanu movie.
Oh no, he was in Terminator. Oh no, that's Terminator 1.
We got another Keanu though. Matrix, and he was in John Wick.
And Lawrence Fishburne.
It's supposed to be Aliens, right?
No, it's
Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah, it's
No,
Alien.
It's supposed to be. Do what?
It's Aliens, the good one.
This was supposed to be. That's a typo on. I think my fault.
No, Alien was the first one, 1979.
We know. We're talking about the James Cameron one, or Aliens,
Oh,
The good-
not the Ridley Scott one.
Yeah.
Because we decided that was horror, so it wasn't really. We decided that was more of a horror film, so we put a different genre.
Okay.
So it'll be in another tournament. Don't tell Ridley. He'll be.
Well, then you might as well put it up against Predators when they're on the planet.
But Predators.
Okay, is this the last? Is this the last one, right?
No, we got
No, we
Predator and Saving Private
Hey.
Ryan still.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was the last one.
So no, we got the Saving Private Ryan and Predator. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Well,
go
yeah.
Alien.
Aliens. We're on the. Okay.
Alien.
Well, I'm sorry.
Aliens.
I should have corrected that before I posted it. I'm sorry, guys.
Well,
So Reese is asking a question on the deal. He says, "Are we doing franchise versus franchise?" or movie
No.
Individual movies.
Because The Hangover would be kicked out of the tournament if we were doing franchises, and so is Shrek, probably. No, yeah. So just the movie. Just.
Well, then I'm gonna have to say The Matrix, because the only alien movie that I was actually somewhat interested in was Prometheus.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Prometheus was good.
Yeah, I liked it, but I mean, well, I don't know if it was
I
good.
mean,
all right.
I did like it.
Man, game over.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So what drew me into Prometheus was that I didn't know that it was an alien movie
So your vote
until I
for
was
Prometheus?
halfway through the movie. No. I'm for The Matrix.
Oh, okay.
It's just I didn't know Prometheus was an alien movie until halfway through. I'm like, oh shit, this is a fucking alien movie. Okay.
Ridley Scott and all that stuff didn't give you a heads up, like the.
No, I went in that one
I mean,
blind.
Ridley Scott
Who the
has
fuck
done
reads
more than
credits?
just Alien.
I totally jumped into
Well, I know,
that
but
one
it
blind.
was that production company.
Who the fuck
Yeah.
knows how to read?
I jumped into that blind. Hey, don't talk to me about not being able to read. Oh, we're not going to meet up tonight. No, every
Good.
fucking text.
Okay,
before they
okay.
said we're meeting up
Guys.
tonight.
Kids, I'm gonna separate you two.
Sure. Rick.
Okay.
So
Now,
we
hey,
got.
wait. I want to see Eric. Tell me about that Matrix thing that we talked about earlier.
Okay, so I don't
Did
know
you
how
verify
true
that?
it is.
I'll verify it right now.
I
Keep talking.
didn't verify it, but so supposedly Switch in the Matrix was supposed to be transgender, and so it's supposed to be.
And wait, the Wachowski brothers are both the Wachowski sisters now. Just for
Right.
the,
They're
so
both transgender.
they have both they both have transitioned into being female.
I knew that.
So Switch was supposed to be, I can't remember which way it was, but male in the real life and female in the Matrix, or vice versa.
Oh, that's awesome.
It makes sense too. That explains the name Switch, obviously.
Doesn't change my vote. I'm still going Alien. Aliens. Sorry.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Well, I'm
Plural.
gonna vote Matrix.
I'm voting Matrix.
I got to go Matrix as well.
Matrix.
When he stops the bullets, that's an amazing scene.
It is the quintessential cinematic scene. It's used in everything.
You know what really sold me on the Matrix though
Before
was
that, it would.
it's crazy, but what sold me on it was where he's what's his name? I don't even remember the actor's name, but he's eating the steak. And
Joe
he,
Pantoliano.
yeah, Joe
Wow.
Pantoliano,
Good
and
pull.
he goes, and he looks at Mr. Smith and goes, "Ignorance is bliss, and I
Yeah.
want to be ignorant." And I'm like, dude, man, like, fucking beautiful, beautiful fucking line. I love it.
So
Yeah, he
here we go.
He says, I know that when I bite into this steak, that it's not real, that the Matrix tells me that it's juicy and delicious. And after 9 years, you know what I've learned? He takes a bite and he exhales and he says, ignorance is bliss.
Yes,
Nailed it.
nailed it.
Round of applause.
Touche, sir. Touche.
So that being said, I'm going Matrix.
You're going Matrix.
It'd have been hilarious if you said Alien. Yeah.
That would have been beautiful.
Sean,
and
what do you got?
That appears to be true. The
Oh, I went with
transgender.
Alien
And that being said, I say I vote
just because the face hugger.
Tombstone.
I thought it was
So,
Prometheus.
Facebook says Alien, and Matrix.
Should we? They think it's Alien now. Should we do?
Aliens.
Well,
Aliens, Matrix,
They get the idea.
Reese
Okay.
says in the comment thread, he says Matrix. So I
Good
think
job,
Matrix,
Reese.
no matter what.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, that is true about Switch being written in the script as transgender.
That's badass. That just makes me love the Matrix that much more.
I actually make the teenagers that I work with watch The Matrix and write a report on it.
Nice.
Pam says Aliens. So I don't know if that's going to help any, but
No, she's gonna get a beat down tonight. That's what that means.
This is
Yes.
being recorded, by the
So
way.
it sounds like it's not going to help her.
You don't know Pam.
When you're
That's
married,
true.
when you're married to
Touche.
Brady, unconscious doesn't sound that bad.
I don't know Pam. Touche. Pam with 2 M's. M. Oh.
So we're going for the last movie, right? The last
This is a tough one too.
last one. Here we go.
Let's do it.
All right.
Predator.
The shirt is coming off.
Oh shit.
We're doing Predator versus
I lost. Pam won.
Predator versus Saving Private Ryan. Okay.
Predator.
Now wait, I got a bit of trivia first. Brandon, you may already know this because you're a fanatic, but the minigun from T2 was the minigun from Predator. It's the same. Arnold had it. So yeah, so he used it in the. I guess he carries it around with him in his Hummer, I guess, or whatever.
Another funny little trivia bit about Predator was when they were shooting this, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura were always competing on who was the bigger guy. So Arnold talked to the wardrobe and said to tell Jesse Ventura that his shirt didn't fit, and he was actually 1 inch bigger. His biceps were 1 inch bigger than Arnold's. So going in with that knowledge, he was like, all right, Arnold, let's do a bet. Whoever's got the biggest arms has to buy or gets a bottle of champagne. So knowing that, he ends up going in, and Arnie wins, of course, because he was fucking huge.
Oh,
But he goes in, and he rigged it. It was beautiful, and he ends up winning. Got the bottle of champagne from Jesse. But
He was Herculean in that movie.
The greatest line is in the first 10 minutes, and it's said by Jesse Ventura.
That's
And
why.
he
That's the
said,
problem with the movie right there. That's why it's not gonna win.
"Oh, you're high as a kite."
Jesse the Bod?
Yeah, the
He
rest of
said,
it. Yeah.
"You want dip?
The governor of Minnesota.
Pussy. This shit'll make you a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus like myself." That's where Action Boys.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. That is a good movie.
And what's beautiful on that is what is it? 7 Days to Die. There's an actual perk that you can purchase in 7 Days to Die called the sexual what is it?
But a piece of trivia. A piece of trivia about Saving Private Ryan is it's actually a good movie. So that's the difference.
A real bit of trivia from Saving Private Ryan is the people they were trying to surrender the Germans at the beginning of this thing. They were actually Czechoslovakian, and they were saying in Czech that they were not Germans.
Oh shit! So they were they were part of the invasion, or
they were part of the German force that had been conscripted into the German infantry.
They were firing on our soldiers though.
Yes.
Yeah, but they were trying to surrender, and they were just gunned down because they assumed that they were Nazis.
Is that why they let him on fire? Is that why they let him burn?
No, it was right before they let the guy on the fire when they
Who
stormed
else
the
would get
bunker.
fired at, but couldn't say that in Czechoslovakian because he didn't know fucking English language or language other than
he was in Europe.
And he got fired.
Well, yeah.
Still whip some ass.
My parent, or
So
I'm 50% Czech, 25% Czech. Both my grandparents are from Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic now, I think, right?
Have you double checked that?
Yeah. With
Shit.
that knowledge,
Comes
with
out of
that
nowhere. Look at
knowledge,
that. He's quiet the whole time, and he just kills it at the end there. You see
It
that?
took him that long to process it.
That's why I brought him in.
He's still
with
working
that
on MS
knowledge, I
DOS.
checked the Predator as my vote.
Oh,
Yes.
Saving Private Ryan, all day.
Jordan with the privates.
Matt Damon, Barry Pepper, Tom Hanks.
Get to the
Paul
chopper.
Giamatti, Vin Diesel, all kinds of people in that
I
movie.
forgot Paul Giamatti's in it.
Love
Great
Paul
lines.
Giamatti.
Did
I'm
y'all see
going Saving
1970
Private Ryan.
Giovanni
Justin
Ribisi, he's great.
Did y'all see 1917?
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Fucking love Ted Danson.
Come
I know you
on.
saw it.
Kill me. Do it.
Ugh. That's probably what he says in bed with his housekeeper.
Get on it.
Okay, so what are we at? I was at SVP or
SPR.
SPR. SVP's the UFC fighter. Okay, so I'm Saving Private Ryan.
I'm going for
Saving Private Ryan.
Okay, 2.
Ryan. Sean, what do you got?
Saving Private Ryan.
You son of a bitch.
3. Joe, you said
Saving
Saving Private
Private
Ryan.
Ryan.
4. Okay.
Much better movie.
Yeah, by far. Brady.
That and the span of the cast had a huge cast.
It's an epic. It's a true epic. Yeah.
I was being an asshole. I really do think Saving Private Ryan is better than Predator.
Is that a vote?
Yes,
Is that the final
SVP.
answer? Okay.
Or SVP.
SVP and Solo.
Yeah. What's that? What is that UFC fighter's name? SVP.
GSP?
It's
JSP?
yeah, George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
Is
No,
what
never
it's-
mind. Keep going. I'll find it.
SVP and Rosillo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. He's gonna fight UFC. Y'all didn't hear about that? No, I was. I was
I
thinking about
don't
that.
think he can handle it.
No, I don't think so either. Well, Tyson's training for celebrity bouts. Could you imagine fighting another celebrity like Mike Tyson, just just giving a right hook to like some other old celebrity like Ted Danson or some shit?
He knocked Zach Galifianakis the fuck out.
Yep.
Oh,
Sure
I
did.
can feel it. Bam!
He still
All right.
got it.
What the comments say? Was there any comments? A bunch of comments for Predator.
We did get shit for comments on the live thread,
They
but
left 2 hours ago.
we had Predator from Davian. Corey says Predator. Colby says Saving Private Ryan. Nick says Saving Private Ryan.
That's a lock. Okay.
Jared Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan is the victor.
Yes.
That brings us to the end. Ring that bell. That's like a Royal Rumble. You know?
Ding, ding. So
Was that guns
now
up?
we're going to be going into what the this was
Whew.
the Sweet 16 candles or
No, this was
Or
around
we-
32, so Sweet 16 is next week.
yeah. So next week will be the Sweet 16 candles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we'll
It'll be shorter.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be shorter. We're not going to have near as much to talk about other than
Gonna get tougher and
shit
tougher.
we didn't get touched on
The
this.
decisions get harder and harder.
Yes.
Oh, and hashtag Back to the Future for the win.
Mm.
I
Eh,
don't see that happen.
they're negative. I'm with Joe on that one. It's probably not going to happen.
I
Fightful
know.
Goes West is going to take it all.
I think
Spoiler.
Dark
Five
horse.
is going to win. Five is going to take it.
So, Joe, did you ever miss any eventually?
No, I was on the. I don't know if like
I
that
have your
just means
text.
I'm too agreeable or didn't argue enough or what. But I was on the winning side for all.
I know.
16.
I have your text, and that is that can't be right. You're not smart. How can you?
I raised your wife.
He had 16 50-50 chances. What do you mean?
Hitting 16 coin flips in a row is a tough thing to do.
If you got a weighted coin, it's not.
He doesn't. That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't know that.
I raised your wife. I did something right.
That's true. All right.
Either he's a lot older than he looks, or I'm missing something.
37.
No, he's. No, it's
I didn't think he was that old, but
Die Hard, Saving Private Ryan, John Wick, Tombstone, Tommy Boy. But you picked Super Troopers. Did we do that one?
the Hangover won that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed Super Troopers Hangover.
Oh, did Hangover win that one?
I thought Super Troopers
I
won.
thought Super Troopers.
Hang on, I'll
won.
go back. I got it written down.
Either way, this was a blast.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I'll look at it. I'll find
I'm
it.
glad you all fucking included me,
Hey, man, dude.
because I'm a
Thanks for coming.
stranger to all y'all.
I'll
Yeah,
be,
thanks for having me.
You're even stranger now that I know you.
Here, I've only been talking to Brandon for maybe 6 months to a year since we came. We figured
That's
out we
one
had
of his-
relatives.
Longest friendships, probably.
that's true.
That's kidding. Love you guys. So let's sign off for the Unoriginals.
We apparently got like 800 requests for the Facebook page, so it's even better.
Very
I
cool.
like it.
Yes.
We'll if you guys are down, we would love to have you guys on next week. We'll rock and roll and do the same exact thing. We'll
have a quicker start.
Well,
The
at least
technical
half.
stuff will be.
yeah, we'll cut it in half time wise because we got half the teams left.
Yep.
So we do appreciate the help and appreciate you guys, all y'all's input from the get go, and we'll see you guys around.
I do have a cool tidbit for you guys about Super Troopers, though.
Hit me.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I was cutting hair professionally and managing a barbershop. And one of my clients actually went to high school with Eric Stolansky,
Which one's Eric Stolansky?
Rabbit.
Nice.
And you know he's got a fake leg?
Really?
He's
Not
yeah,
know
he's
that.
missing one of his legs. He's
How do
got
you
a-
lose
In
it?
the movies, like during all of those.
yeah, he's got a prosthetic.
I'll be damned.
Get the heck out of here.
True story.
How did he lose it? Yeah. How did he? What happened?
That I don't know. I didn't get that much information out of my client, but he does have a fake leg.
Well, I will be damned. Here's to him and his fake leg.
I've cut some pretty cool people's hair. I've cut some former NFL coaches and shit.
Okay. Well, save it. You're coming on next week, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want to hear about it.
I won't sing that time next time.
Oh no, the mute button. The mute button will work. It's no problem. You sing all you want.
You button works on me, anyways.
I
so.
make no promises.
All right. See y'all.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
Good,
I'm
man.
gonna get my hair cut tomorrow.
Thanks for having me, fellas.